Alright. Alright, welcome back to Empire of Dragons, everybody. Time to start up in this session as you guys have just woken up from your long rest. After arriving in town and doing a few activities to protect yourself from a peeping Lupin who seems hell-bent on ruining your guys' lives. It is currently 8 in the morning as the sun is rising as usual on the port city of Istium. So what's everyone's morning routine looking like right now in this new city?
After my trance, I'm probably gonna peek my head downstairs. I know that the kitchen or whatever the front of this town is probably closed.
Funnily, and so you walk out your room, and that's when you see that there's a balcony. That your rooms are basically established on a balcony looking over the main tavern hall, and you can see that there's some people starting to gather down there, getting drinks for the day, and it seems like the kitchen is slightly open as they're slowly streaming out food.
Well, then I'm gonna head down there and get some bread.
Let's get this bread.
Get this bread.
Alright. Eskel goes down to get himself some breakfast. What is everyone else doing as they slowly wake up?
Does out of character, do we got like coffee?
Yeah, coffee exists.
Coffee exists.
Well, Desi didn't really get a lot of sleep because they were like thinking about some stuff related to the missing slaves and stuff. So they didn't get a lot of sleep. So they're gonna like get out of bed and go downstairs and get some coffee and some breakfast. Though they look kind of tired, so
probably best not to mess with them.
Yeah, don't mess with them until they finish their coffee.
Eskel, you just see Desi coming down, and they just ask for like a cup of coffee, and they look like they're in that tired state right now, like as they're slowly sipping it.
Yeah, I can feel that.
Decilo. Oh, were you guys done?
Nah, go ahead.
Sorry. Decilo, I'm like, he feels really guilty, still about Saosu. So he didn't really get that much sleep last night, and he's like kind of been tossing and turning a little bit thinking about it, just like he's kind of burritoed in his sheets right now. It takes him a bit to get out of it. And he just like wakes up and he like just does the baseline functions for being a tiefling and getting up and hygiene and shit. He just like trudges down the stairs. Like he knows he has to apologize today or else he's not gonna be able to sleep. And he sits down at the bar.
Right.
Gets like a basic last breakfast.
And finally, Zoya, what are you up to?
Zoya will probably wake up at around the time either Eskel or Desi gets up. She spends a little bit of time in her room doing what she thinks is a morning ritual for what would be befitting of a paladin. She collects her gear and eventually just comes on down and pours water and breakfast with everyone else.
So you guys are just sitting at the bar, just slowly waking up.
It'd be like that, man. It's one of those days.
Zoya will probably smell the coffee and ask for a cup to be forwarded. poured in addition to her water. So, oh, wait a minute. No, just right.
Alright. So so you guys are just sitting at the bar as slowly people are starting to stream in, and this place starts to become more lively. For the most part, everyone like they notice that you guys are kind of like the outsiders of the group, so they kind of like outsiders of the place, so they kind of like make sure that just to leave you alone for the most part, just going to tables for themselves.
Is there any interesting characters?
Roll perception for me.
Okay. Look. Have to scroll up to my stats real quick. That was a 21.
So a loop and a human and a tiefling are sitting at a bar together, or sitting at a booth together, and
that sounds like the beginning of a joke. I'm sorry.
It was meant to be. It was supposed to sound like the beginning of a joke.
Oh, here we go.
Okay. After seeing that there's not really all that much interesting going on, I'll just stand up. You know that balcony?
Yeah.
Is it like overlooking like a square or anything?
It's looking over like the center of the tavern. Like when I'm in balcony, I'm in balcony inside the tavern.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how to describe that. I guess I don't know what the proper word for that is, but that's just what I use.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
But yeah, you just see all these normal-ish people just hanging about, and that Lupin, tiefling, and human sitting in a booth together.
Cue punchline.
Oh, hey, it's Nathaniel.
Oh wow! Wow!
Wow! Wow!
You asked for a punchline. I gave you the punchline.
Yeah, man.
Is Nathaniel punching anybody yet?
No, he's just sitting. He's sitting next to Saosu currently, while Kantia sits across from them for the most part. He seems to be nursing some type of drink. You don't know what it is though.
I'm gonna approach them.
All right.
Now where's my big old beer? There you are. Yeah.
He kind of looks over at you and says, "Morning, Eskel."
Good morning. Starting early, I see.
It's always early, he says as he takes a sip of whatever his drink is.
So, what's our plan for today?
Are the rest of them gonna join us or no?
Hopefully.
Wait, does he like say this out loud so we can hear it, or
He says it out loud and then he looks at the rest of the group. Actually, no. He says that to Eskel, but then he just looks to the rest of you, like as if he's expecting you guys to come over.
as a what?
He kind of speaks to Eskel and he looks at you guys, and you notice he's kind of like nudging his head, like for you guys to come over.
I sit down next to Canteen.
I'm not coming over.
I'll stay next to. No, I'll come over there.
Alright.
I know it's probably important.
Probably is, but
I mean,
So
I'm just want to sulk, but I know I have to do shit.
Zoe asks for like a larger cup of coffee and eventually comes over.
That's gonna cost you
a
one gold.
larger cup of coffee.
Desi, that's gonna cost you like 1 silver, and and Zoya, that's gonna cost you 1 gold.
Wait, there's a big cup of coffee?
Yes, it costs 1 gold.
What? Hold up, Nick. Can I exchange that for my big cup of coffee?
Yes, you can.
Yes, big cup of coffee.
Big cup of coffee
Yeah.
for the big ones.
Yes.
I assume this is also somehow a travel cup. I assume.
No, it's a mug.
Ooh,
All right.
why can't it be a travel cup? That
They haven't
hurts.
invented travel mugs.
They
They
you could
should.
put it in a water flask.
Waterfall.
I mean, a water
Maybe.
a water skin. But I hope you're fine with your water skin stinking like and tasting like coffee for the rest of its existence.
No.
Oh yeah, mood.
Get that coffee scum out of here. I'm an elf. I don't need no goddamn coffee.
Okay.
Fine. I guess I'll go over there with my big ass cup of coffee.
All right. So you guys are all line up. Well, actually, you guys all sit at the booth with Nathaniel, and he kind of takes another drink of his cup, and then he says, nothing like that to warm the spirits. Anyway, good morning, everyone. I hope you all have slept well. I know that I did somewhat.
Mm.
Well enough.
I have had better nights.
Yeah.
Chris.
Well,
Grayson.
first matter of business being, he then kind of slides the cup over to Xiaosu, who's to his left in the corner of the booth. Anyway, first matter of being is that there's several interesting things that we could look into. From what I can tell, there's only, he kind of like pulls out a notepad from what he looks like.
Notepad.
It's like, okay, so there are four major districts that I was able to find while I was able to spend some time in the city.
What? Okay.
Anyway, anyway. Anyway, Nathaniel takes a deep breath and he says, all right, so notable districts being, and he says, there's the Praetor's Quarter. You can call it the Governor's Corner because no one remembers how to say that name. That's
Okay.
where the Governor Jonia Solanus lives. Aha, another thing, her son. I believe you've met her son. He motions to Desi. Tiberius Julius Sunalis.
Was that the one that was rude?
You know, he was the nice one. He was the one that said, if you plan on kicking in the door to the assembly, have fun.
Ah, okay, I like him.
Yes, he's come in town. He's come back home, and it looks like the guards are getting ready to increase their activity as his daughter has gone missing. The governor's granddaughter, on top of that. So that's something to look into. 2. There's the docks. From what I can tell, that's where most of the cargo comes in, including slaves, as it were. So that might be a place to start if you want to look on the slave front. The Steel District appears to be the craftsman area. From what I can tell, that's where many slaves go to work, but currently the only slaves there that I was able to find were dwarves, interestingly enough. And then finally there's the slums, where that appears to be where a lot of the poor live, which makes up a distressing amount of the city, as it were. Those are the 4 major districts that I was able to notice currently.
So Governor's Slums, Dwarf, and
Docks, Quarter, District slums.
Okay.
This-
So do we all? Can we split up or?
That's up to you all. I plan to see what I can find on my own. Since I think I'm better. I think it'd be best if I continue to be on my own for now. It draws less attention that way. If the Lupin's walking around with you all.
But didn't you die?
Yes, I most certainly did. I'll make sure not to make a habit of that.
Alrighty.
But yes, the most notable things would be, but if there's disappearances or anything that go by, it might be connected to why the slaves keep going missing when they reach this town. So either the docks or the quarters are a good start, or you could ask about the people who have been ordering slaves over in the Steel District. The slums might be something of interest if anyone wants to go there, but I doubt you'll find much, personally. current information.
I'm going to the quarter.
All right. You then looks to the
If
rest of
anyone wants to join me, y'all don't have to.
I'll
I can go with you.
Is the whole party coming with me?
I mean, maybe I should go to the slums. I don't know.
There's five of us.
considering-
There's 5 of us, so I mean, we could feasibly do everyone going to one place. Basically, you guys are picking 4 places that you're gonna go to. Where to go to? There's the governor's quarter. Her granddaughter has gone missing. The docks. That's where most of the slaves come in, but there haven't. But none that Nathaniel's been looking for. The slums where the poor live, and then the steel district where most of the slaves work.
So what are we looking for?
You're just looking for information right now.
I
I'm
can.
going to the quarter.
Any disappearances, the Lupin slaves going missing and Dredd going missing might be connected to the disappearances.
Where's Anya going?
No, screw it. I'm going to go to
Jesse.
the slums.
Desi's going to the quarter, to the governor's quarter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
okay.
going to the-
I'll go with you to the slums then.
Going to the steelworks. So
Oh
Cress-
boy.
So Desi's
I like metal.
So Desi, governor quarter. Is anyone else going to governor's quarter?
Well, I believe, if I remember last time, last session there was an idea to try to help get the governor to aid us, so I can come along.
All right. And then for Desolo and Esco, where are you 2 going?
I'm going to the slums.
I'll go to the slums. And after the slums, could I meet up with Krasson at the steel place, maybe?
Yes, you can. You most likely can.
Yeah. Nice.
All right. And then he looks to Canty and Salsu, and Canty says, well, which would you prefer I go to? She says, looking at all of you. I don't know who I'd be most useful for.
Who's Canty again?
Mystic.
Maybe the
And what
doc.
race is she?
What race was she?
She's human. She's a dark-skinned human.
Okay.
Let me just put her picture
Yeah.
back in.
Yeah.
It's her and Sal too, right?
Yep, because Daniel's currently out of commission still.
Well, they can go to the docks since no one else is going there.
Too.
Krasson might need backup too.
Right, but it's just where the slaves work. But
You're muted.
You never know.
I can handle myself.
Can you though? I'm just joking. Pat.
Pat.
Anyway.
Who's going to the docks?
You guys suggested that Sao Su and Cantia go.
If they want to.
I was mainly asking if you wanted any of us to accompany you all, but if you want us to head off to the docks on our own, we can most likely do that. Yeah, that works for me, Sao Su says as she kind of as she downs the rest of the drink that Nathaniel gave her before she sits up.
I should
Well,
offer to
see,
go with
boys
Sosu,
will
but
be-
I'm kind of scared. I'm scared, even though I choked her out. I'm scared
Dynamic.
for valid reasons too.
Still would be a nice dynamic to see.
You know what? I'm gonna. Where would? Can I roll insight to infer where my dad would most likely be? Or
Yeah, go
last
ahead.
seen.
You
Okay.
can insight, but based off what you remember about your dad from how many years ago?
From what?
From how many what?
How many years ago has it been since you last saw your dad?
Let's see again.
11.
I think it's like 20. It's in the double digits.
10, maybe over 10 years or something.
Roll insight with
Damn.
disadvantage.
Ooh.
With disadvantage.
Ooh. I mean, shit, I don't know my dad anymore. He joined a cult. He joined a terrorist organization.
Oh my
I
god.
mean, it'd be like that. It'd be
I'm
like
joking.
that.
Nathaniel takes offense to that.
I didn't say that aloud. That was out of character. Oh god. So 11.
11?
Haha.
That's not as shit as I thought it would be.
Maybe. I mean, he might have been a fan. I mean, he might have. You do know that from what you remember, you heard that Istium has a pretty nice beach, and you know that your dad kind of liked the ocean.
So I'm going with Sosu, you guys. I'm gonna. My dad really liked the sea, so maybe I should go to the docks. He's like twiddling with his fingers, like avoiding you know whose gaze.
So after just goes, huh, alright. She says it as plain as possible, and Cantia says, well, in that case, maybe I should go with, maybe I should go with someone else then.
Who
And
could really use Cantia?
as Cantia looks between Desolo and Sawasu and says, and you can probably tell that she's thinking, yeah, they need to work that out.
Oh,
I
God.
look at Canty and go, perhaps do you know the Friends Canty?
I'm a mystic, not a wizard, unfortunately.
Ah, that's a shame.
F in the chat.
And I'd like to not make people angry at me. From what I remember, Friends does make people angry at the person that cast it.
That can easily be worked around, though.
What the hell can Mystic do again? I forgot.
For her, you can ask her this, like what she can do in particular.
I could, right? Okay. Right,
Yes, I can speak. I have.
Please. Okay. Well, that's just like Cantia, if you do not mind, what are your abilities, just so we could put you in the right area?
Alright, well, since I am a mystic, I follow the way of the Wujin, so I have a particular ability of certain wizard spells, not cantrips unfortunately, I can cast. In particular, she then proceeds to cast Find Familiar and summons a little
what?
a little fiend
What?
cat. Like this black cat with red eyes that just appears on the table and like just runs underneath her hand.
I'm a crap.
I can also cast Mage Armor and Magic Missile as well. But psionic-wise, I can cast a beam of energy that can be 5 different elements. I can make myself move faster for a short time, and I also have control over air, fire, force, light, darkness, wood, earth, and I can also heal you all, since you seem to be down a healer currently.
I kind of look over. Sorry, hold on. I kind of look over to Desolo and go like, Yeah,
I mean,
we'll be
she
fine
could-
together.
go to the slums or go with Crescent.
Yeah. Season looks at Crescent. Would you mind if I came along with?
No!
That would be Salsu and Desolo together.
Yes, it would be. So it would be by
two
myself.
people per place.
Almost per place.
Yeah.
One of us will have to go alone, in Eskel's case.
I can handle myself quite fine.
He's heading to the slums.
Wouldn't that be the most dangerous place?
As I said, I can handle myself.
Fine.
So let's plan to meet up together at a certain time.
We can all meet up at the governor's quarters, since that seems to be centralized in town, or the market, whichever one you prefer.
I prefer the market.
All right.
Oh no!
Actually-
Oh no!
No, Dusty's like, I prefer the market. Politics.
I never really
irk
much
me.
liked talking in public.
The governor's quarter isn't the best either.
Well, it depends on what we find out then, isn't it? Nathaniel kind of comments as he takes his, as he looks at the cup that Zaosu down. He's like,
Fine, you can meet up at the quarter, but Desi's not happy about it.
If anything, we can head back to this tavern. I'm sure that it'll be nice, as long as we don't touch the water again.
The water.
Want to make the tavern our fallback option if no one really appears at the quarters?
That sounds good to me. What about you all?
That still works.
Hey, at least our rooms are still here.
Mm-hmm. Well, and then he stands up and he kind of like gets past all of you. I will head out on my own. I hope you all are able to find something, and we'll reconvene and see what we find. Out. He then gives a bit of a two-fingered salute off his forehead, and then heads out. Well, we're gonna get going or what? Zaosu says as she stands up.
Well, I might as well head out on my own.
Yep.
Before I do that, though, I would like to return to my room and change all my fancy clothes to the set of just comps.
Yeah, you might not want to get mugged while in the slums.
Get jacked in the slum.
You're getting mugged, kid. No, you're getting mugged. How the hell does that even work?
Eskel Zephyr with a katana +1. I'm not getting mugged. You're getting mugged. Give me your money.
Give me your
You're
shoe.
getting your arm cut off. You come any closer, boy.
Anyway, all right. Who wants to go first?
It don't matter.
I'll go last because I think that might be
You go
interesting.
last. Okay. Maybe we should just go in the order of what you posted the thingies.
Yep. All right, that works for me.
So the governor's office first.
Yeah.
All right. Anyone got any? I'm trying to think of some official music that I could use. Actually, wait.
Official.
I feel like this is going to be the general thing I use for a while.
More Dynasty Warriors.
No, you're just gonna hate me for what I'm about to play.
Sorry, what?
You're just gonna hate me for.
Man. Why is this for the quarter, bro?
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of something that had official sounding music, and I was like, yeah, that works.
I don't know. The bunker music's kind of sad.
Actually, that works better. Thank you.
No problem.
What?
I'll say.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
He's a crescent baby!
okay, so you guys, is it ambiance or? Nope, that works.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's ambient.
And it has music. Okay, so you guys.
Oh, that's sexy. Okay. Sorry.
All right, so you guys proceed to head. So Desi and Zoya, you guys head out towards the governor's quarter, and as established, it quite literally is in the center of this sprawling metropolis.
So like a lot of people around and stuff.
You actually, not many people are able to get in or out, as it seems like it's heavily guarded currently. And you even notice a few dragon knights perched up on the top of the quarters.
Out of character, what was the name of that guy again that I talked to earlier?
Tiberius Julius Sunalis.
Can you like type that in?
Yeah, I never expect you guys to remember these names, to be honest.
We're like, how the hell do I spell his last name? Okay. Coolio. All right. And he's a senator. To the governor?
He's a senator, and he's her son.
Oh, the daughter that's missing?
No, that's his daughter that's missing. It's her granddaughter.
So that's his daughter that's missing?
Yep.
Okay, alright.
Yeah. You seem to notice, so yeah, people not being let in or out, like for the most part, the guards seem saying, yep, pass by. And then you see this hulking human, like as tall as you, Desi, and seems, as tall as you, Desi, actually, no, wait, not human. She does look human somewhat, but then you notice that some of her features appear to give off this
She?
not human vibe.
It's a lady?
Yes.
What?
As she towers over you and just kind of like strides up to the guards and they're like, whoa, where do you think you're going? I think I'm going in. And why would we let you in exactly? Because if you don't, I'm gonna crack that armor open and pour you out like you're a cracked egg. Gives a smile. She gives a grin. Like the other guards start coming over at that. Like, is there a problem here? He says, "Oh no, there's no problem." And Desi, you recognize this voice?
Do I?
Yes, you know this woman actually.
I do.
Yes. Roll history for me.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Don't my history sucks butt? Oh no, it was actually pretty good. Okay. Wow, okay.
Oh
5.
my god. Okay, at the very least, yeah. Well, you seem to remember that you don't know where you know her from, but you seem to remember that her name is Jin Lee.
Jin who?
I posted it.
Oh. Okay, Jin Lee.
Yep. Her back to you currently as she's kind of like looking at these guards, like she's kind of like rolling her eyes.
That's the tall lady, right?
Yes.
Oh my god. Okay. So she's trying to get in.
Yeah, she's trying to get into the quarter right now, and she tried to threaten the guard to do it, and apparently it's not working out well for her.
Okay, well then Desi like steps in between them and pulls out their Inquisitor thingy.
Yeah.
Brand thingy, and there's like
Badge.
badge, and they're like desolate guard room on official Inquisitor business. This woman right here, these two right here, and they point to Jin Lee and Zoya. They're with me. Yes.
She kind of looks at you. I mean, they kind of look at you like incredulous. They kind of look at you. I'm not going to use that big word. Anyway, like kind of like questioning you, giving a questioning look, and then Jin Lee kind of pauses and then looks back and says, "Well, I'll be damned, Desi."
Shin, how are you?
I'm all right. You?
Okay, I guess.
And that's when it finally dawns on you that Jin Lee used to be a member of the Inquisitors before she quit, for reasons that no one seems to know.
Right. Okay. Well then they're like, well, I see you're trying to get in.
Yeah, I'm trying to get paid here, and these guys won't let me get in.
I'd rather you not start another fight here.
And then the guards are kind of looking at each other and like they kind of notice how they're out now, how they see like there's 3 large women that they're gonna have to contend, 3 large people that they're gonna have to contend with at once, and they kind of look at each other and they kind of like just point out the way slowly.
Thank you very much.
And then Jin Lee kind of looks at Zoya and says, "And who's your friend here? Got yourself a girlfriend?" She winks at you.
Oh my god.
Zoya looks over at Desi. Not sure if I want to embarrass you anymore with that.
No, please. Zoya is my friend, nothing more.
Name's Jin Lee, she says as she holds out a hand.
Zoya will accept it and give her a firm handshake. Zoya Graza. Good to meet you, Zen. Jin.
Lee.
Lee?
Yeah, that's
Jin
right.
Lee.
Yeah, Jin's the family name.
Wait, so it's Lee. Fuck.
Yeah, Lee is the Hansu
Because you
names.
know, last name,
Right.
first name in Chinese and Japanese.
And then
Lee. Right.
she kind of squeezes your hand. She gives you a firm handshake back. Like she kind of like matches you tit for tat. And she says, "All right, let's get in here. Let's get in here so I can get my money." And then she proceeds to just brazenly walk into the quarters.
Yeah, I'm walking in too.
And as you guys walk in, you guys see this governmental building that actually has a bit of color to it. It's mainly based off a red and gold color scheme, like the colors of Lalas, as it were. As you see gold and embroideries on red satin walls. And
Wait, what is it again?
you see golden embroideries on red walls, like all over the main lobby area that you're in, and you see this man who appears to be looking through paperwork as he hears the door open.
Okay.
Yes, how can I help you? He asks without looking up as he takes another stack of as he moves one stack to the side and takes out another stack of papers.
Here to talk to the governor, right?
Yes, that is what you're here to do.
Okay, yeah. We are here to speak with the governor.
Well, I'm afraid that Proprietor Sunalis is not currently taking visitors right now. He says without even looking up.
Desi puts down the badge in front of his paperwork. He will today.
He says, he looks down at the badge. And then he looks up at you and he says, and he looks up at the three of you and he says, mercenaries, I assume, to look for the governor's granddaughter.
Yes.
Hopefully you last longer than the other ones did. Up the stairs to the right.
Quick question. So I want to say, what happened to the other mercenaries? She air quotes.
No one knows. No one knows. They never came back. He then gives us. This blue tiefling then gives like a slight snide smile, and he says, "Have fun."
So he just has a blank expression.
And then he goes right back to his paperwork with a blank look on his face. Well, that guy.
Let's do this.
This guy's a pile of work, isn't he? And Lee says as she looks kind of annoyed.
They're all politicians.
Bureaucrats.
Yep.
Yeah.
He said up the stairs to the right.
Okay. I will go upstairs.
You guys head upstairs to the right, and the preparator's office, and you hear that there's a conversation going on inside.
Bless you.
Thank you.
We can hear it behind the door.
It kind of sounds like mumblings right now. You'd have to press up to the door and roll perception to be able to hear it.
Yeah, I kind of want to listen.
Zoe's gonna try to listen also.
You said perception?
Yes.
Okay, 18. Oh, what was that, Perry? What you get?
It's either a high roll or a low roll.
Nat 20.
That's what I thought. That was a high roll laugh. All right. So both of you kind of like so in order it goes. Zoya on the bottom, Desi in the middle, and then Lee like right over as all three of you press your ears against the door.
Why is the tall one? Trying to be on the bottom. Jeez.
Because all three of you are tall. All three of you are tall. Jeez.
Yeah, we're
Fair
all
point.
And you guys all listen, and you hear a male voice, a young man's voice, and an elder woman's voice. There's still been no word from the guards and the mercenaries we dispatched earlier. What? Still nothing? At this point, we might as well just call the entire city on lockdown until someone gives up information on where she could be. Oh no, we can't do that. We need the ports to stay open, especially with the situation in Ragus going on right now and what happened back in the capital. These people need a sense of security. I don't care about the security. We need to find my daughter. Tiberius, I'm worried just as you are, but us throwing the city into chaos will not help matters much. Come now, you're a senator. You should be thinking smarter than this. It's bad enough. It's bad enough of these constant letters I've been getting from this strange night, and now this.
Strange night, you say? Okay. We might as well open the door. Pretend we weren't listening.
As soon as you just open the door, you see Tiberius standing looking out the window while this black with strands of silver-haired older woman seems to be sitting at this ornate wooden desk. You notice there's papers and what appears to be a few portraits on her desk, and they both turn to look at the door, and they say, and immediately the woman stands and says, "Who are you? I thought I told him not to." It's all right, Mother. I know these people, at least two of them anyway, or one of them. He then looks at Desi. Desolate. I did not expect to find you here. What are you doing in Istium?
Disappearances that I need to look into.
It appears those disappearances have claimed another victim.
No, your daughter, unfortunately.
Yes. He looks kind of worried at that, and then his mother kind of looks at you all and says, "Well, if you are familiar with Tiberius, then I might as well let you stay in here. Close the door behind you, please."
Zoya does that as she comes in.
I am Propraetor Jonia Sunalis, Governor of Istium, and you three are.
Kate, I did it. Desolate Goldblum. Desi tried not to roll their eyes. I'm with the Inquisition. I'm here to look into the disappearance of your daughter.
And you too?
I am Zoya Graza, adventurer, gladiator, and friend to Desilo or Desi Goldborn or
Desi.
And then Genli just puts a hand on her hip and says, "Genli, mercenary, former inquisitor, here to make money. Here to make money. I'll do what needs to be done if you pay me right." Governor Jonoa kind of looks between the three of you and says, "You are a rather interesting bunch."
We are.
But if you were here to help with the disappearances, that would be most wonderful, as we've been having a slew of disappearances lately, and my granddaughter was only the most recent one.
Yes, we know about all the other disappearances before your granddaughter.
Yes, quite a bit of cargo has gone missing as well, as it were. By cargo, she means slaves. Tiberius kind of mutters as he looks out the window.
Do we hear that?
Yeah, he's standing closer to your guys' end as he mutters that, but he's looking out the window still.
Okay. Do y'all want to start? I mean, I have a couple questions, but I don't want to take over. Zoya.
Okay. Let me see if I can. Sadly, I spent most of my on-hot energy in New Destiny earlier today, so yeah.
I mean, you don't have to. I'm just saying I don't want to be the forefront if you want to talk. So.
I think let me see if I can kick something off here. Zoe will step forward. As mentioned, we're here to try to help find your daughter, or your daughter and your granddaughter, in equal measures. What from what you remember, what can we're interested in helping.
Mhm.
What would you what knowledge? What should we know about your daughter?
Her name. Give me a second here. Okay. Her name is Junia Sulanas.
Julius.
Julius?
Okay.
Wait, what was it? Junior? Okay.
Yes, named after her mother, somewhat. Anyway, she's she's not of age yet. She's still an impressionable teenager. So, at first I thought this was just her running off once again, but I do not think that this could be it at all.
When was the last time you saw her?
Last time I saw her was at least a couple of days ago, before the incident in the Capitol, from what I heard. This is his mother's. This is Genoa speaking, by the way.
And was she in good health when you last saw her?
Yeah, she was being as petulant as usual. Mother, what? I am not wrong.
She was being a normal
Where?
teenager. Is that what I'm to assume here?
Noble, maybe for someone. Normal for someone that's not her. Yes.
All right.
Where were you during the incident in the Capitol?
I was here running the city, and I was in the assembly board working on the different bills that had been introduced recently.
And Junia was in the same room with you, correct?
Junia was back in Istium with with mother here. Yes, I look after her while Tiberius has business in the capital.
So it was just you and Junia together before she disappeared.
And my servant as well, that I sometimes have to look after her.
Who's your servant?
His name is Lura. He's a tiefling, as it were.
Tiefling, huh?
Oh, yes.
Was he around when Junia disappeared?
Around the time he had gone. From what I remember, I had sent her out on an errand, and I sent him to accompany her. But I haven't heard from either of them since that disappearance. It isn't strange for Laura to go missing. He sends us notices in advance when he's going to be gone for a couple of days. But this is the first time that it happened while he was on duty.
Okay. Where did you send them again?
I sent them on an errand to the merchant. I sent them on an errand to the steel district, and then onward to the docks as well. To check to see, to get the most recent complaints from the merchants again about their missing purchases.
Any particularly disgruntled merchants or groups that would be operating in either of these areas?
In the docks, yes, actually. In the docks, there's Nero Calisius. He owns most of the ships that flow in and out of Istium.
Okay.
Okay.
Other than that, he's really the major figurehead. Major figurehead to most people. He seems to own the docks, as it were. He's usually the main one we have to deal with.
What about the Steel District?
The Steel District over there is Cassius. Cassius Lero, from what I remember. He's a dwarven merchant, from what I remember. He mainly keeps all the guilds in check in the area. Nero hasn't been complaining much about the recent disappearance of cargo, but Cassius has definitely been angry about it. He has sent many, and then she pulls out a big stack of letters, messages to my office berating us on the incompetence of the guards for not stopping these disappearances, or thefts as he likes to call them.
I assume. How many letters are opened and unopened based on the stack?
At this point, none of them are opened. At this point, he doesn't need to read them to know. You get the feeling that she doesn't need to read them to know what they say.
You're feeling in a very patriotic mood, man. I'm gonna do this song right now. Oh, let me do this here.
Any of either of your enemies within the city?
Oh, please, I have no enemies. Everyone wants me on their side so that they can get what they want.
Are you sure about that?
Trust me, any enemies that I had are long since gone. Maybe in my younger years I had enemies, but now, he then gives a sweet smile. I have nothing to fear.
That might be because of your old age.
Maybe so, but they know better.
True.
Tiberius kind of looks out the window as he hears that.
Tiberius. Anyone we should be aware of on your end?
Nothing for the most part. Most of my enemies are back in the capital, as it were, and if any of them had to do with something like this, I'll make sure to hang them by their... Anyway, no, for the most part. My enemies are back in the capital.
Any of them would have the... I wouldn't say idiocy, but lack of foresight to try to reach out into your own home back garden to attack you?
Any of them that would have are in body bags at this point.
Victims of the massacre?
One and the same. Both Romian and Rusanic alike, he says as he looks out the window. Disgusting as the incident was, it removed several major threats on my life.
Good to hear.
And then he looks at you all. But if anything, I doubt that it's them. After all, if they wanted to get to me, we would have had demands at this point. And currently, there's been no such word.
Okay. I'm trying to think right now.
So, how much we getting paid? Jinli asked as she kind of like was sitting in a chair in the corner, like looking like she was dozing off. Considering the safe return of my daughter, how does? Wait, how many? Quick question: is it just the three of you?
We got me and Desi have a large group of adventurers that we can call upon to help us. They're our allies.
Are they going to help in this matter as well?
Most likely.
Yeah, they are a part of it.
And how many total does that make you?
What? 5, 6? Right now. Isn't it 5 or 6?
Are you counting your companions as well?
Yeah, let's lump them in.
Counting them, and And generally, that makes 8 of you.
Oh, 8? Okay, so it was 8.
She then proceeds. She then thinks about it for a moment. How does 50 gold sound?
Each?
Yes. Lady, you're gonna have to fork over a little bit more coin than that. Genly immediately says. Excuse me.
Zoya will will cross her arms. Well, I had this thought. Because we were searching for your daughter and this could potentially lead into something much deeper, we could hold off on the monetary reward until we find your daughter. Because, for example, if this is a larger group at play and we bring down potentially something that could destroy your whole city and your whole family.
Tiberius kind of looks back at that, like bewildered.
It could be something that might warrant a larger reward. But if you want to put 50 gold as the initial offer, we can move on from there.
That would work best for us of the current moment, since we don't know how far this goes. I assume that works with you all. And then, Desi, you can tell that classic like look from Genly that she's not cool with this.
Or,
I mean, I kind of agree with the monetary thing, but also I feel like if we are getting paid, I would just give my money to leave. Because I'm not really doing this for the money. Have y'all heard that?
Yeah, I heard.
I did.
Okay, I'm sorry. People won't shut up around me.
You're good. And then Genly kind of like rolls right and says, fine, we'll hold off on the payment for now. Yeah. Alright.
Okay.
And then the governor then says, alright then, well, several places. So as I said, the docks and the steel district are good places. But if you'd like, you can try and find Lura's home in the slums. From what I remember, he lived there.
He lived in the slums?
I offered him better recordings here, but he utterly refused.
That is interesting.
I ask this. Would that, so to speak, be a fallback point for Laura and Junia in the event something were to happen?
Fallback point?
They're being chased. Laura potentially knows the slums better than anyone else in this group, and tries to lose whomever's chasing them there.
If anything, he'd try to come here, considering that this is the center of town. He'd have to be better protection there. But we never discussed such matters, as it were, because Lura never seemed like the type to have enemies.
You'd be surprised who would have enemies.
Everyone has enemies.
Okay. Well, I think we're done interrogating. I mean, as far as I know, we got all the good stuff. I don't have any more questions. Unless Zoya does, or Lee.
Okay. Just Zoya will ask this again. I understand I asked this earlier, but to reiterate potentially, any I understand there's not a whole lot of enemies directly here in the city to either of you. But any sort of street level threats exist. Gangs, different criminal organizations, potentially individuals who just simply who would be apt to go on a rampage all of a sudden.
Oh, no. Thankfully, for the most part, after Ragus went belly up a couple of months ago, the Dragon Knights began to invest in this city in more force, and as such, wiped out a lot of the local criminal element. For the most part, this city is absolutely crime-free.
I would find that a little hard to believe, personally.
Fear of Dragonfire is always a healthy instigator of no violence, she says with a smile, and you can see Tiberius kind of like, well, he's kind of nodding along with that, but he kind of like looks kind of sick and like looks sickened somewhat, like, yeah, that's true, but still.
I would say you really don't know crime organizations, but that's neither here nor there. If I have any further questions, I would likely come up here and knock on your doors.
Alright then. Well, you'd best be off on your investigation then.
Thank you.
Thank you. And hopefully the next time we step in here is with your daughter and your servant.
Here's hoping, she says as she looks at Tiberius, and Tiberius looks at you all and nods.
Alright, we'll get there.
As the three of you walk out, Tiberius kind of like heads out as well and closes the door behind him and says, Desi.
Like what? Yes.
Advice. While the Dragon Knights in the capital might be of better stock, do not trust the ones here. I think the distance from the capital makes them far more lenient with the rules they follow.
They're more lenient
with the rules they follow.
Who is the capital?
The Dragon Knights that are in Ragus. I mean, not in Ragus, that are in Istium.
Okay.
Not all the arrests and kills they make are above stock, to put it in a phrase.
I understand.
So watch yourself, he says, patting you on the shoulder before he backs away.
That was interesting. So wait, I don't want to. I know you got to go to like other people now, but I also want to like investigate some more. I kind of want to go to the steel place, but also maybe the slums.
Well, Eskel went to the slums by himself. Meanwhile, Krasen and Cantia went to the steel district. So, hey, ice and water. Anyway,
I don't know, because the steel district has that really angry guy. But the slums also have, but then the slums also has where the servant lives.
Yeah.
Potentially we could, how long did the whole discussion take? Like in game time?
It's like 30 minutes, right?
Yeah, say about 30 minutes.
Alright. I would say we could try to catch a couple of individuals to our party members, but at the same time, if we were to fall back to the tavern, we might be able to formulate a little bit better of a plan.
Right.
Or go start running off on our own investigation. What happened?
I know, right? Like, I don't want to do that. Desi wants to go to the slums. Okay, but no. Alright, we'll just go back to the tavern.
All right.
I don't wanna.
Have you been
but
saying slumps?
no, slumps.
Oh, it sounds like you make a slight P sound, but
Who?
you.
You?
Yes.
Yeah.
Slump.
It's cute though.
Slump.
Like
It's
It's
cute.
not-
It is.
Okay, fine. You know what?
Sorry.
Alright, go to somewhere else, please.
No, sorry.
Aw. Yeah. So you guys head off, Jinli in tow, as it were, and we're gonna move on to the Tiefling twins.
Oh no. Okay.
As you guys are heading to the docks, as it were. Saosu doesn't say much to you as you're walking that way. She's mainly looking straight ahead.
Can I tell how she's feeling? Like, can I roll insight?
Roll insight.
Oh god, I am. 8. I don't know shit.
Yeah, she's really keeping up that steely cool attitude.
Fuck, man, I'm scared. I'm getting secondhand embarrassment. I will kill you all in your sleep. Okay.
Dang.
God, I don't even know how to approach this. I feel like secondhand guilt, not embarrassment. But oh god, I'm gonna investigate. At first.
You two are walking to the dock, and she says, "All right, got a bunch of ships all over the place," and she's not exactly wrong about that, as the harbor's kind of like filled with ships from what it looks like. You see sailors going and taking cargo off, unloading cargo. There seem to be a few people who have shops by the docks, including that human who got bad-mouthed by Eskel yesterday.
Hmm.
And for them,
They have. Yeah. What else? What else? Sorry.
And then you see a nice beach a little bit down the ways, like with sandy shores and glistening water.
That makes me smile just the tiniest bit because it reminds me of my dad. You like the beach? And then I kind of go straight faced again, and I'm like, perhaps we should question the shopkeeper first.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so
we doing this good guard, bad guard, or
I don't know. If you want that approach, sure.
Well, I have a dagger for a reason, she says. She kind of like twirls her dagger, and I'm also good with poison for a reason.
I mean, that's true, but I could say after the last interaction we had, I could be a bad person now. I know we need to talk about this, but I know you don't want it right now, so...
Talk about what? She says, looking at you.
Wait, what? You cut out.
She said, talk about what? She looks at you with a blank look.
Well, there's nothing you have to say. I apologize. I wasn't in control of myself.
Wouldn't be the first time a friend choked me out while they weren't in control of themselves. She says she kind of like looks away.
Really? That specific?
She then looks at you. She then looks at you and she says, "You don't know everything about me, Decilo. In fact, I think you know barely anything about me. Same with Krasen, but that's to be expected. He only pays me to do his work for him."
You're right, we're not exactly close. Yet I still feel a lot of remorse.
Well, at least you know you're a good person then.
You think I'm a good person?
Only good people feel remorse for something.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go talk to this guard. I think let's go talk to the shopkeeper.
Okay. You still want to be bad cop?
It's the only thing I'm good at, she says, as she flicks a dag, as she tosses her dagger in the air and catches it.
Alright, so we approach him.
Alright, so you're walking up to this shopkeeper. He's like, welcome to... Oh no, not you again.
Oh no!
You're not with us, right?
Nope,
That's not good.
What?
Hey, don't worry. We're not gonna bug you as much as he did, though I kind of forget. Hello?
Yeah?
What did Eskel do exactly?
Eskel talked down to him and basically insulted him to lower his price, or else he would ruin his entire store.
Fuck, man. Well, okay. It's alright. Don't worry. We're not gonna insult you or your wares. I apologize for my friend's behavior yesterday. We were wondering if we could talk to you about, the disappearances.
A couple people went missing. What's there to talk?
You wouldn't have any information about it at all? Keith?
I said no. I said no. I don't know much about the disappearances. I ain't got much to say to you on that regard.
I'm gonna insight that.
Oh, 19. He clearly does not want to tell you anything. He kind of just wants you. He's kind of like in the mood of either buy something or get out. But he does seem like he's holding something back.
Okay, I raise an eyebrow and I just look to Saosu, you know what to do.
All right. So, Saosu then smokes, and then she proceeds to just straight up clear out all the stuff that was on this guy's shelf that he was gonna sell. Hey, what are you? And then she proceeds to grab him by the hand, slam his hand down on the ground, and then stabs a dagger in between two of his fingers.
What the fuck? Maybe I was warranted in threatening him.
Okay.
Well, I said I wasn't. Well, I said we, but I was wrong. I lied.
So yeah, you're clearly hiding something from my friend here. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna tell us what exactly it is that you're hiding, and then you're gonna be on your merry way. And if you don't, we're gonna play a game called play a game called 5-Fingered Jack. So you might go down to 4-Fingered Jack if I mess up at this. She says as she pulls the dagger out. You ever play that game? No.
I love the knife game.
No. See, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna do this. She slams the dagger in next to his thumb, and this slams it between his thumb and index, and keeps doing until she gets to the end, until you get cut. I'm gonna be doing it pretty hard, so hopefully I don't cut off a finger of yours. But daggers are just so messy these days. I might accidentally slip and just. There's no need for that. There's no need for that. So, what you got to tell us? What do you want to know exactly?
Just what I said. What do you know about the disappearances?
I know that it's mainly Wolfera, and Lupin. Yeah, that's one thing. I know that it's some that it's some of that it's that they take slaves off these boats, but it's never the ones that people want. It's not much. And then
Wait. Slow down. What do you mean, not the ones people want?
Saosu takes the dagger out of the table desk and says, because like the slave ships come in, but they don't take off any Lupin or Wolfera cargo. All they ever do is they take off like dwarves and stuff like that, but it's never like the Wolfera or Lupin. It's like they don't have them.
Why not?
I don't know.
They don't have them?
Supposedly, but I heard some folks saying that they saw some of them below deck, but they never bring them out. That they're just sitting around.
Where would they be taken instead?
No, I don't know. The ship just sails off to who knows where.
Who would you know that would know the path of the ships after they've taken the Lupin and Wolfera with them?
Well, he kind of like he's trying to think, and then Saosu proceeds to slam it between two of his fingers, a bit too close to his fingers. Like, I'm Nero Calisius. From what I remember, he owns a lot of the ships in the harbor.
You think that's enough? I look to Saosu.
Jin looks at him. Anything else interesting to note? The water here is getting pretty bad, apparently, for me. I went to the doctor, and they said that it might be just an upset stomach, but I don't know. It's kind of weird, man. That's it, though. And then
Water meter?
That the water's being weird for him, but his doctor says but he said that his doctor just told him that he has an upset stomach. And Saosu looks at him and says, "You have a doctor? What? Don't you?" And then he kind of looks at her, and then she kind of looks at him. Touche.
What? Don't you?
What was the meaning behind that? What was the meaning behind that?
Behind what?
Like, he has a doctor and she doesn't?
Yeah. She doesn't have a doctor to check up on her medically.
Oh. I guess he's got middle class or something.
He says, "Alright, you can pick up your shit and go back to selling your goods." Thanks, asshole. What was that? Nothing. That's what I thought. She then smiles.
I think we might need to confiscate something, don't you?
What are you thinking? I know, come on, man!
What's good to confiscate? Something around here bound to be dangerous for him to keep all to himself, right?
Oh, come on, please. Don't do this to me.
I am going neutral now. It's bad.
Oh my god. Alright, give me a second. Okay, so he's got some pretty nice gloves. Some pretty nice gloves that look kind of enchanted.
Kind of like what?
They could look kind of enchanted.
What use would he have for those?
Oh, come on, no, I need those if I ever need to go swim. Since when do you swim? You don't even smell like you take a bath.
Need to go what?
What if I need to go swimming? And then Saosu cuts in and says, "Just go swimming. You smell like you don't even take a bath."
What do you need gloves for swimming?
Those are gloves for swimming and climbing. Oh. She then looks at the gloves.
Oh.
Those are some pretty nice ones.
Tell you what, I'm not gonna take it. You're just gonna give me it half price.
But... And then Saosu takes out her dagger again. Fine.
How much is it?
25 gold.
So half of that? Or?
No, it's already halved.
Alright. 25 gold. Alright, bud.
That was some extortion right there. Jesus.
I know! I'm so bad. Why am I suddenly so bad? Maybe it's because I'm trying to make Saosu like me more.
And then Saosu kind of smiles and says, "You have a nice day now." Yeah.
Wait. What's 419 minus 25?
394.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, I thought so too.
No, it's not.
Hmm?
No, it is. It is. It is.
Okay.
God, I'm bad
Alright.
at math.
It's okay. I mean, alright, anyway.
Comp sci boys, always good at math.
I'm an architecture major. I build buildings. I don't need to be good at math.
Okay. Gloves of swimming and climbing.
Yep.
Alright, and so, where's Nero?
Cassius, she kind of like, Sasha kind of thinks about it. She says, I think a big wig of a place like this would probably be in some big wig shop, don't you think?
Yeah. Where would that be?
She then looks off. She then looks around. She says, "About the big white shit. How about the big white ship over there?" And
Oh yeah.
And she points at this massive ship of the line that is painted pure white. Wow, that just screams witch asshole today.
Yeah.
This is the U.S. Open the country.
Alright. We're gonna approach the ship.
Alright. And then, so you guys walk over the ship, and then and then you notice that there's a few guards there, and one's like, whoa, now. I don't know where you guys are going, but you ain't going up here.
We're on official business. We need to speak to Nero Cassius about the disappearances.
Official business from who?
Well, fuck.
Well, fuck. That's a very official sounding company.
That's out of character. No, out of character. It's out of character. Who's the guy? Who's the guy who like gives us our missions and shit? Not from fucking
Shusu. Well,
Shoes.
actually, no. Technically, the Dreadwolves gave you the Dreadwolves told you to help out here.
Yeah.
So
But
they're
like,
the only ones.
how do I
really.
lie and say it's like?
I mean, you guys have worked with the Dragon Knights.
The Dragon Knights.
Roll deception.
Fuck. Please. I can't. Okay, I have a good modifier for this. Hopefully it won't fuck me over. Unnatural 20.
You kind of squint at the two of you. Dragon Knights, huh? I don't feel like pissing off those guys today. Alright. Well, I don't know if the boss is in. We haven't seen him in a couple of days. Well, anybody sees him now and then. We just get orders from him. But he'll be in the captain's quarters if he's here. Don't cause any funny business.
Alright.
And then the guards kind of move out your way.
Alright. We head to the captain's quarters.
It's currently shut right now.
I knock at first.
Where is it?
We are associates of the Dragon Knights. We have a couple of questions for you.
Piss off. I already gave my payment this week.
It's not about payment. It's about the disappearances.
Oh, then doubly fuck off.
Okay, I just like give Saosu a look.
You could She kind of says, "You want me to break it down, or you want to do it?"
Ladies first.
All right. She takes out her lock picking tools, and then Yeah, with a natural 19, so probably like a 27 or something. She quickly just unlocks the door, and then she stands up, and then she says, and then she kind of steps back a bit, and then she just kicks the door open, like busting it off its hinges. What the fuck? And you see this Triton sitting behind a desk, like, the fuck?
We're not taking no for an answer today, bud.
And then he immediately proceeds to pull out one. He proceeds to go for like a pistol nearby, and Saosu takes out hers, like, not another move, unless you want to be missing a kneecap. Alright, who the fuck are you guys?
Just as we say, we're from the, we've been hired by the Dragon Knights to figure out this disappearance problem. And apparently you've been helping it along a bit with quite a few Wolf, Farah, and Lupin gone missing.
Helping along my ass. Now my fault that captains get paid under the table to do shit with them. I don't even know what.
Where have they been brought to then?
How the hell should I know? They don't tell me this shit. I just know that it's going on. I try to shake down one of the captains to tell me, and the motherfucker gets replaced a couple days later by a new captain.
Do you have the original captain's names?
It ain't gonna do any good. I try to look them up, and it's like everyone forgot who they are.
Does he look like he's telling the truth?
Well, insight.
$13.
You can't make heads or tails of whether he's telling the truth or not.
Why? I'm trying to think. Hold on. You didn't think to report this to anybody?
Who the hell's gonna give a shit? Not like anyone cares if some Wolf, Farah, and Lupin go missing.
And you have no clue at all where they would have been taken.
Look, I'm a Triton. I know the sea. I know the freshwater sea around here. I'm gonna tell you this right now. I don't know where the fuck they go.
How about the coordinates then? Would they have been kept somewhere?
Sail east, and then fuck off to nowhere.
Or look at Saosu.
Saosu then looks back and says, and then she just kind of like motions with her gun and is like, well.
Well, what?
She's kind of motioning, should she go bad guard on this?
If that's all the information you can offer us. Fine.
Yeah.
What?
Saosu kind of like looks at him and then looks at you and he says, we just leaving it there?
You better not come back to haunt us. Because she will kill anytime she wants to. It's not like I'm her boss or anything.
Yeah. And just for clarity's sakes, BAM! And then she shoots him right in the shoulder. Ah, fuck!
Oh, fuck! Shit, I didn't mean...
And then Saosu kind of like walks over, takes out a dagger, and then proceeds to pull the bullet out of his shoulder. And then he looks at it, and then he looks at him and says, "I've done fucked up shit to a lot of people. You don't want to be one of them." Got it. Fuck.
I have this sickened look on my face, and I'm like, see? Loose cannon.
Loose cannon.
And then she backs away, wipes off her hands on his clothes, blooding them up, and then she proceeds to walk out the door.
Oh, and command from Dragon Dragon Riders. Pay your fucking taxes on time, or she's coming after you.
Get the fuck out! Fuck my shoulder.
I leave.
So you all walk
I'm
up.
kind of scarred.
You guys walk off and then dismount from the ship, and then Saosu says, "Well, that got us something."
I guess. So I suppose we head east.
And then she looks at the beach. Yeah, all I'm seeing is water, so.
Yeah.
Well.
Since the beach was kind of alluring, I just take a minute to like go over there and like kind of admire it for a second.
Okay. It looks pleasant out there. Glistening water, sound of the turning waves on the beach. Be a nice place to stay if you weren't busy working.
Yeah. I just take a sec to let like the water lap up on my legs. And then I'm like, okay, let's meet up with everyone else.
Alright. Alright. Eskel, Krasen, which one would like to go next?
I said I wanted to go last, so I'll stay going on.
Krasen, you're up. Eskel wants to go last.
Also, Krasen's not in the chat anymore.
He's straight across from me in a different chat.
Oh, yeah. Okay. God, no toga memes.
Alright. Saosu is toga confirmed when she pulled out that dagger. Alright. So, Krasen, you're heading into the Steel District with Cantia. And for you seem to be you're the main one who sticks out here, as everyone just kind of like glances over at your group, looking between the kobold and the human, kind of wondering like, what's up with that?
So weird about that?
What do you say to one of the people that's looking at you like that? Some people. Well, kobolds aren't exactly common around here, despite the fact that dragons are. Plus a kobold and a human traveling together. People usually think that's strange. Who? The Hersa and near the mountains. This is Istium. This is at the port.
No way! They're in the capital all the time.
Well, tell that to these people. Tell that to these fine people, she says as he ignores their looks. You notice quite a few dwarven slaves, like, smithing in local blacksmith shops.
Ew.
I can agree there.
What's your problem with it?
With what?
Doesn't take a genius to know that you don't like stealing.
Well, I'm usually of the type of people shouldn't own other people, but apparently I was one of the ones that was wrong on that. Just not a general fan of it. Especially considering that seems more of a demon and devil thing to do to enslave. And if we copy that, then we're slowly not being better than them. And then she kind of looks away. She then kind of thinks about it. She kind of like looks around some more, and then she asks, "So, what do you think would be a good place to ask questions around here? Or did you come here looking for something else?"
I came here for nothing now. Well, who's like the person who would know all this stuff around here?
Oh, that's a good question. She then looks at one of the... You could ask one of them. She motions to any of the shopkeepers or slaves.
Who's like the nicest? Well, who's the one that looks at me like nice?
There's one that's not even looking at you. It appears to be the herbalist who's just tending to her garden.
So let's go.
All right, so you walk over to this half dragon human. She kind of like pauses and she looks over at you. She goes, "Oh, kobold. Haven't seen your kind here." She kind of like bends down to like reach to look at you at eye level. She does this more as a courtesy than as more of a than as a way of humiliating you.
Hello.
What can I do for you? Are you on a date with your lady friend here?
No.
All right.
No.
Say it more rudely, but I don't shoot. Cantia kind of like mumbles to herself before she says, "Oh, all right. Well, what exactly can I do for you then?"
Do you notice people are missing?
Oh yes, it's been the talk of the town lately. Everyone's been asking what the governor's going to do about it, but she hasn't said much so far. I've heard rumors that soon they're going to be instituting curfew and martial law.
Did you know anything about missing people? Or a hat?
I know that the head of this district has been raising a fuss about it. Cassius Lero. He's not a fun one, that one. Yep.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Kenny, you got anything? Who's Kenny, by the way?
Cantia? Paratia? Mystic. She's the one that Desi introduced to the group at some point. She's the Mystic replacement for Daniel currently. She's the one that healed Sao Su after she got Dessa choked.
I thought it was a dragon point.
No.
How'd she know this?
Oh, they've met, but she introduced herself to them. Anyway. But yeah, he hangs out over in that big building over there. He points over to like the tallest structure in the district. He likes to make his presence known.
That's really tall.
Yes, it's an eyesore personally. It's an eyesore to her. The funny thing is though, the general color scheme of this place is like brick and mortar browns. Then you have this giant blue building sitting in the middle of the district. Cookie got bored to death by me. It'd be better if it came through your own mic. I turn off mine.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
What now? You got any questions?
Well, for the there's Cassius. What's he like? Oh, he's completely rude, obnoxious, a leech, a pervert, a general nuisance on this community. But he keeps the guilds away, so I can't really say any of that to his face.
You don't like guilds?
No one likes guilds, especially when they tell you what you can sell, what price you can sell it, and when you can sell it.
Ah. Huh. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, if you want to go see him, well, he might let you in if you have a good enough reason. But he's probably writing another angry letter to the governor today.
Do you know of any good reasons?
Well, is there any reason that what is he writing angrily about? Oh, he's writing because he's angry about all the missing cargo, mainly the slaves. Since a lot of the shops around here are fueled by the slave trade, minus mine, of course. Slavery makes apothecary much more disgusting.
I don't see how that would functionally work.
Well, farming.
Well, that's farming, not apothecarian.
Well, yes, but it includes the same thing, picking up plants.
Nah.
Where
Got any questions for us?
Not really. Just if you see him and you want to, spit in his face for me.
No, I can't do that.
Alright then. Well, I will most certainly not, she says. She has a look if she's thinking about it. Anyway, she says, well, you have a nice time talking to Cassius.
Okay.
And then you guys head out. Towards the big blue building in the middle of the town. So you guys walk there, and you see that there's let me think, a bunch of dwarves just standing around, sitting guard in the building. Dwarves. Why am I not surprised? As you guys walk up to the entrance, one of them says, "Oh, oi! The fuck's you two's doing?"
I'm here to see Oh, I didn't write it on myself. I didn't write it in here either.
We're here to see Cassius.
Yeah, that guy.
And what business you got with the boss man?
We are. We're here to talk about missing slaves.
I'm more mercenary sent by the governor, I guess.
Yeah, something like that.
Go on in. You call any funnies business, and I'll make sure to kick you back into the cave you came from. You little. And then Kantia quickly pushes you into the building.
Okay.
And you basically come into this massive casino.
Casino music?
Give me a second.
I'm giving the Persona 5 casino music.
That works. Jesus. Okay, Persona.
Anyway. So you guys... this is a rather strange establishment in the port town, but okay. Currently seems like the place is mainly empty, like not many people are gambling right now. But you do see a rather fine-looking dwarf finely dressed dwarf sitting at the bar, and then a huge half-orc standing by the bar as well.
There's Chris. Oh no, Chris and Sheep pulled up. I want to see if I can try to steal some gold. Oh my god.
I've made it to the casino, and Craston's always trying to steal some gold.
Oh god, this it's not that good.
Fucking level 9 and your slider hits 3?
This is what happens when you don't power up your decks.
Bruh. What do you mean I don't power up my deck?
My dex is 13!
Not 13, 17. Bruh. Fuck it, let's go. I'm gonna go and reach for it. Fuck. It's a 9.
You rolled a 9. With a 9, you try to go up to one of the guys who's like gambling. Try to go for one of the gold coins, and your hand gets slapped by one of the dwarfs. Hey, the fuck you doing?
Nothing.
Yeah. And then, hey, hold up now! And then the dwarf and the half-orc seem to both look at you. Oh, we got ourselves a swiper here, huh? What's your name? What's your name, Kobold?
Nothing.
Nothing, huh? Well, that's what you're about to be, the dwarf says as he cracks his fist. Canty immediately gets away. Maybe we can hold off on the hostilities for a moment and just try to talk this out. Don't you think?
No. Yeah.
The dwarf continues to crack his knuckles.
How was it feeling at breakfast?
What's your name?
Glastonbury?
Roll deception.
Oh shit, Macy. I'm pretty sure I remember shit too.
Barry, huh? Well, I'm about to be very glad to beat the shit out of you if you don't tell me. Alright. Alright, Krassen. The fuck you doing in my the fuck you doing in the casino?
Looking around.
Or he says,
People.
why are you looking for people, huh? Don't notice there's not that many people here?
I didn't know which one I was supposed to be looking for.
What are you looking for?
Damn, they're who's fucking name. Jesus Christ. Crescent's so trying to die.
We're looking for Caius Lero.
Yeah, that guy.
The half-orc who was taking a smoke pauses. He says, "Oh, you looking for me?" He then takes a blow out of his cigar, out of his dwarven cigar. All right. Go take a hike. Boss! I said take a hike.
Take a walk.
And the dwarf kind of looks up at him and then walks away. What can I do for you?
I'm not good at stealing. I could use some tips. Also, we're looking for slaves that are missing.
You steal from my place again, I'm gonna break both your kneecaps and throw you in the sea, you little shit. Anyway, you said missing people?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been trying to get word on that from the governor, bitch, but she ain't been responding to my letters. So why are you looking for her?
I just died in the other game. Nice. Port got down.
What am I looking for?
Why are you looking for these missing people? He keeps taking a puff of his cigar while this is going on.
It's like puffing in my face too.
Yeah, he puffs down at you.
No! I was told to look for information about it.
Oh yeah? Someone trying to muscle in on my turf by stealing my stuff out from under me?
No, he's just the governor.
Alright then. Well, he then walks behind the bar. Recently, slaves have been coming into town. Not the ones people have been asking for. As you can tell, he motions to all the dwarves around. I've only been getting one set of cargo. The rest of it ain't coming in. I'm trying to find out why.
So, what's the rest of the cargo?
Lupin and Wolfare, good shit from out east. People always pay a high price for wolf, apparently.
I don't know what's the reason of the wolves.
Well, they might not be as flexible as cats, but they can take some hits. He has a bit of a smirk on his face as he puts the cigar back between his tusks.
Gonna give Cantia the look and then just look back at
Cantia looks completely disgusted right now. Anyway. But yeah, if you find what's mine, let me know. I'll be sure to give you a fine reward for it.
Oh fuck, I do like them. Fuck. Ah! What's this for what?
He then goes under his desk. He pulls out and dumps out 5 300 GP diamonds.
Are they very shiny?
Sparkling in the light.
Is that like a save or something?
Nope, he just dumped him out from the room.
Is that a save to like... I said, is that a save to like...
Yeah, roll an in save. Actually, no, charisma save. And there's no Desi to give you additional points for this.
So what you're saying is I should have went with Carson.
Carson immediately reaches for the diamonds, and then
Wait, what just happened?
So Carson rolled his charisma save as he sees these 5 300 GP diamonds. He starts reaching for them, and then he hears a click, and then he hears a click from under the table, from under the bar.
Wait, he reached for a diamond and
He
he
tried
heard
to
a
reach for one of the
click?
diamonds, and he heard a click coming from under the bar.
Oh god, what's happening?
Huh?
Alright, I'll look for him.
He pulls out what appears to be a very advanced pistol and sets it on the table. Good. I thought I was going to shoot you there for a second.
No, why would I do that?
He then scoops the diamonds away. Have fun looking.
Would you?
What?
No, go ahead.
One more question. Would you know anyone else who would know anything about that?
Governor bitch. The fish fuck Nero.
Anyone around here?
The only person that's in the know is me, because I own this place.
Okay.
Now, he then taps off a bit of the dust and then swipes it off, and it hits you in the face. If you ain't gambling here, I think you got something to look for.
Okay.
And then Canty proceeds to walk out as Cassius keeps smoking at his cigar. Hey, give me my ink and ink and paper. Got another letter to write. And you guys walk out of the casino.
Okay. Is it around time where we should like reconvene?
That's probably a good idea considering what you found out.
Okay.
And last but not least, Eskel.
It's a me, bitch.
Who in the fuck is named Eskel Zephyr? Anyway.
The random ass elf in the middle of non-elf land.
Hey, I mean, you're not wrong.
Okay, so I'm walking into the slums. I guess the first place I would try to do is like, what time is it in the day?
It's still. This is basically back early in the day for you, so because we're rewinding and these all happen around the same time, so you always just kind of like late morning, reaching noon.
Is there any like groups of people just kind of standing around?
You do notice that there appear to be several dirty. You notice kids running around kicking a very dirty, what appears to be makeshift sprawl around some of the slum streets. A couple of gnomes sitting in talking in an alleyway, kind of glancing over at you. There's a lot of and even a couple of tabaxi too, who are kind of like just sitting against buildings and stuff.
I'm just going to keep on walking forward.
Yeah, you see one of them having a bunch of flies centered around them. They're not moving much.
Is anybody looking at me?
Yeah, you stick out like a sore thumb as an elf.
I'm just going to keep on walking forward.
All right. What's your passive perception?
My passive perception is 16.
Yeah, everything's going well for you so far as you keep walking along. And you keep walking, and eventually you feel this point in your back, and it's like, "What you doing here, knife ears?"
I'd prefer you didn't call me that. Thank you very much.
And then you feel multiple points in your back. "What you doing here?"
I will use phase step to teleport 30 feet in front of me and then turn around.
You proceed to do that. You turn around, and you see this tabaxi. What would have been a white fur tabaxi, but there's just dirt and grime in their fur.
And I go and say, you really shouldn't be sticking your fists where people don't want them.
It wasn't his fist, by the way. It was he has what appears to be two sharp daggers in his hand.
I maintain fists.
He then proceeds to look at you. He proceeds to look at you, and he's like, "Uh-huh. And you shouldn't be walking around where you don't belong."
Speaking of not belonging places, it's quite odd, personally. I'm not from around here, but you already knew that. Yeah. It's quite odd to see so many people walking around that just don't know how to take baths.
Well, when you've been shit on by everyone else in the town, and don't got that much money to have, that's the usual.
What's your name, stranger?
Named Scorn.
Scorn. Well, I might as well let you know mine if I asked you for yours. I'm Eskel Zephyr.
Well, Zephyr, the hell you doing in the slums?
What everybody else is doing, trying to survive.
Well, you clearly don't look like you belong here, especially when I hear that gold rattling in your pockets.
I pull out a single bag of copper. Just like, it's like 100 copper. Oh, you mean... Yeah. I guess it's quite loud. And I stash it back in my pocket. Although, I must ask, how many people have been going missing around here?
Mainly the poor in this area. From what I hear, no one cared until finally some rich asshole's daughter went missing.
I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I couldn't give that much of a shit about that which person's daughter either.
Or persuasion.
Okay. That is a 13 on the die for 20.
20?
21.
Wait. You have a +8?
Yes, I have a +8.
Oh, alright. Well, that's why you got the point where you have higher proficiency. Anyway, he kind of nods along. Yeah, you ain't wrong about that.
It's almost like, hey, you shouldn't have gone and pissed off other people that you did. So tell me, Scourge, what's one have to do around here to gain a nickname like that?
Do stuff you weren't proud of, and then suddenly the Dragonites come in and start fucking everything up. So you stop doing it.
Yeah. I used to be a soldier back in Shinogar. Didn't always do the best of things. But I take a step forward because we've been like 30 feet apart now for this whole discussion.
He starts putting away the daggers at this point. He kind of like keeps his hands near his side.
I'm not even near my weapons at all. But I think that we should have a little bit of a chat.
About what?
Well, not anybody will have the courage to walk up behind a nobody like me and stick 2 daggers in there. I've seen some people do some freaky shit with their arms, man. Like, grab people and flip them in front of them and then just nasty stuff.
So what you doing in the slums for?
You know, I've always had this long-standing belief that if you want to actually get anything done, you go talk to the workers, you know?
Well, all you're gonna know is that one of our own went missing recently again. Apparently he was working at that big shot governor's palace. His name was what was his name? He kind of scratches his head from him. Lura. Yeah, that asshole. Thought it.
Oh, asshole. Was that because he was working with the governor?
No, he was working for the governor. He was working for the governor and he decided to stay in the slums, trying to make us feel bad, or as he said, give money back to us.
And I'm guessing that even though that he was trickling some down, it wasn't enough to even mean anything.
No one likes to accept handouts over here, especially when it's the people who caused us in the first place.
I take a few steps closer. I'm probably like 20 feet away from it at this point. Tell me more about this Laura person.
Yeah, blue tiefling asshole. From what I remember, he was big on. He hung out with the granddaughter of the governor. I made some bets with some folks that he was shagging her, most likely, but nothing came of that.
Typical. Think they were so high and mighty that they start bragging on you.
And then he kind of thinks about it and he says, I remember that he liked hanging out by the docks a lot, by the beach really. Started bringing some weird stuff home with him from there too.
Ooh, weird stuff?
Like some
Personally, I'm quite in the business to learn about some weird stuff.
He mainly had some slimy stuff on him.
Okay, not that type of weird stuff. I'm not into that at all.
But yeah, that's mainly what he brought. Sometimes there was some seashells, stuff like that. Guy was a weird collector.
You said he had a house around here?
Yeah,
a place
over there. He points at one of the shitty ass houses on the street.
Anybody broken into it yet?
No one wants to go in there.
Oh, come on. I'm sure there's at least somebody who wants to.
Not with him.
Say, if he hasn't been around, and his house is right over there, do you think anybody would mind if, for say, the door stopped working all of a sudden?
Have fucking fun. I ain't touching that place.
Completely understandable. I throw him. It's like I don't throw anything. I walk up to him, just completely at this point, like just standing 5 feet away from him, and just like, good chat.
Same to you. And then he backs, and then he says, happy happy searching, and then he proceeds to start walking away.
I'll go up to his house and just kind of inspect it, just like, oh, is there like?
Other people putting F on me, dude.
Yeah, pretty much just walk around the perimeter of it, look at it.
What perception for me?
Sure thing. That's a 16.
16. The windows are kind of broken somewhat, like barely able to keep out the elements, and you see that it's a one-room house, basically. You see what appears to be a bedroll that he has as a bed, a little kitchen area, I guess you could say, and then you see this bookshelf that has some stuff on it.
Would this be where he put his collection like that?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go and press on the windows just a little bit.
You're gonna press on them? How much?
Yep. Not enough that they'll break, but if they move, they will move.
Yeah, you know? They definitely move.
How big are these windows?
5 by 5.
I just go right in through.
All right. You kind of get through, and now you're inside the house. It's even dirtier on the inside than it is on the outside.
I'm gonna walk up to the bookshelf and inspect it.
Roll investigation.
I want to see more of exactly what he had.
Investigation.
Ooh, that's bad. I only have +1 to this. I got a 4.
I mean, there's some seashells.
Are they like vials of goo or stuff?
Nah, you'd notice a few slimy rocks, but that's about it.
I pull out just a short knife that I guess I had on me somewhere, and then just start poking at the slimy rock. It's like, the hell's this?
You get some slime on your knife.
Mm-hmm. I go over near the bed and like, is there like a nightstand or anything, or like a book underneath the bed?
Roll investigation again.
Okay, please, dice. 17.
With a 17, you see that there's a journal under his bed.
I'm definitely grabbing that.
All right.
When was the last entry?
A couple of days ago. You hear that?
What is it? Yeah, what did the entry say?
Visited the beach again. Found some nice collectibles. Found some nice collectibles. Where's it at? There we are. Sorry, I'm trying to find this one thing. There you go. Koth talked to me again. Says that he needs me to do something for him. I can't refuse the guy really. So let's see what he wants me to do.
Could I get a spelling of that? Because right now I have it literally spelled cough.
Koth.
Koth. Okay. I'm just going to flip through the book real quick, see if there's any other mention of this Koth first.
Oh yeah, he's mentioned quite a few times.
Is it like generally in like this person like what's the tone of the writing? I'm guessing.
Curiosity, then curiosity followed by generally just niceties towards him.
Okay. Any indication where this dude is?
No indication. He never gives a meeting point. He says that he talks to him.
I'm going to go back to the shelf real quick.
All right.
I'm going to just, like, what type of seashells is he picking up? Is like there's a specific pattern of them, or it's just like anything?
Anything really.
Is it like the big ones? Oh, that's my interest.
One of them does have does have teeth mark on them, as if something like scooped it into its mouth, crunched it up a bit, and then sucked whatever was inside out.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Seen that before. What's notable about the slimy rocks? I mean, I get that they're slimy, but why are they slimy? And it's like
there's some substance that's on them. It's a slimy substance, but you can't really tell what it is exactly.
Well, I'm gonna go and grab one of those then.
Right.
Put it in like a pouch or something that I have.
All right then.
Air. To get a general sense of like what do these things smell like?
Oh, they smell real bad.
I just mutter underneath my breath. Oh, God. I then go to the door. Hit the. I guess there's a lock.
Yeah.
I flip the lock to unlock. Push the door open and just leave the door.
Got it.
I walk out and I look around for Scorn.
Scorn's nowhere to be found.
Well, shit. Let's look forward to talking to him again. Is there like a poor tavern or anything near here?
Not really. From what you can tell, if there was a tavern, it was probably torn down at some point.
Is there? I'm guessing there's beggars out by the side of the road.
Yeah.
Is it correct? I'm gonna walk up to one of them and I'm gonna sit down next to them.
You sit down next to what appears to be a black skin tiefling.
So, what's your story?
I'm poor. What else is there to say?
Guess that works. Look, you've probably been in this spot for a while.
Yeah.
Just a question for the person that lived in the house I just came out of.
Oh.
What times do they like leave and come in?
Leaves early in the morning, comes back late at night.
Ever seem weird?
Nah, he's always the same.
Didn't bring anybody back with them ever, or?
Nah, he never brings anybody back. He's usually by himself. I know he goes and meets folks, though.
Any idea where?
I mean, he goes to the beach a lot, so...
I'm guessing you're there, then.
Probably.
Thanks. I drop a gold, and I just, like, slide gold into his...
Alright. He takes the piece of gold, and he says, thanks.
Anything I can do to help?
Koth protect you.
What was that? Sorry, could you say that again real quick? I'm not from around here. My hearing's not the best either.
He kind of looks puzzled for a moment. What do you mean? To say anything?
Huh. Interesting.
He looks generally confused right now. He's like, what?
Don't worry about it. My old age must be getting the elves, you know.
Ah.
And I walk very quickly towards the beach.
Towards where?
Towards the beach, wherever the beach is.
You head over to the docks.
Yeah.
And that's when you see Sao Su and Decilo walking away from the beach, as it were.
I just walk straight up to them. Hey, Decilo, Sao Su.
Roxy?
Roxy's muted right.
Roxy!
Everybody's muted except for us.
Roxy's asleep.
No, I ain't sleeping.
Okay.
Eskel just walked up to you and Sao Su as you were walking towards the beach. I mean, walking away from the beach.
And even with all the even with all the time that it took to get to the docks, I look very puzzled.
You seem to be...
So...
What's up?
I just went to the slums, you know. Ran into a dude named Scorn. Interesting fellow.
Okay.
Tried to kill him. Well, threatened me, but hey, as I can say, I can heal
Wouldn't be
myself.
the first time, I'm sure.
Oh, definitely not. I'm surprised the debt collectors haven't caught up to me. Talked about a person named Laura. You hear anything about them?
So?
I ain't heard nothing.
Okay. Apparently, they worked at the governor's place and hung out with their granddaughter. Just strange. I don't know what position that one would stay in the slums and still be doing that. But also had a weird thing where, like, he collected slimy rocks. You all came from the beach.
Rocks.
Yeah, you all came from the beach. Do you remember any of that?
I'm gonna roll history to see if I remember seeing any slimy rocks, though I'm pretty sure that beach
I
was
take one out of the
pristine.
pocket. I take one out of my pocket.
Alright, yeah, roll history.
10.
I mean, you saw some she cells, but none of them were really slimy, as it were. They looked like they were moving around, though, as if something was using it as a shell.
As if what?
You saw a few moving around like shells, but none of them were like slimy, like you were describing.
No, we didn't see anything like that.
And then another quick question: have you heard anybody named Koth recently?
No.
In town? Because I take out the journal and it's like, it's referenced here multiple times, and I could have sworn that one of the poor people that I was talking to said something about him, but he didn't remember it.
Maybe the others are bound to know about it. I've never heard of Koth before. Me too.
Where's the where are they all heading to? I kind of leave a little bit early.
Maybe we can back up with them at the tavern again.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah.
Alright. So all you guys reconvene back at the tavern at about noonish. Back in your usual spot, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
And Nathaniel is the last one to arrive. He says, "Oh, good, you're all here."
What did he say?
He said, "Oh, good, you're all here."
Yeah. Okay.
So, how did your investigation go? Find anything out?
I found a few interesting things, but it might not be as important as everybody else.
Well, we found out that one reason that some of the slaves are missing is that some of them aren't even being delivered properly. Well, apparently that some of them weren't even taken to port. The Wolfera and Lupin slaves have been taken east. They've been some of the captains were paid off to, or rather paid off Nero to.
No, they were paid off.
Oh yeah, they were paid off. The captains were paid off.
That's weird. That's strange. How much money could they be getting that they're willing to forfeit that?
I have no idea, but apparently but he couldn't come up with any names for us. Apparently they've all been wiped off the map or fired.
Every time every time he seems to corner one, they just disappear?
He seems to what?
Every time he corners one, they seem to disappear?
They seem to disappear.
Yeah, disappear. He's asking that.
Yeah, I guess so.
Strange. Desi, Zoya, you guys got anything?
Well, we oh wait, is Lee there? Or
Yeah,
no?
Lee's here.
Oh, yeah, this is like, before I say anything, this is, my friend Lee.
She kind of like
Lee.
she raises a mug towards them and like gives a cheers, and she says, and Nathaniel kind of looks at her and says, "Hello, friend of yours?"
Yep.
She's tall. He kind of comments.
She is, yes.
Good. I assume there's a reason for her being here.
She helped Zoya and I investigate the missing daughter. And apparently her and the governor's servant disappeared a few days ago when they was on their way to the steel district and the docks.
That servant wouldn't happen to be Laura, would it?
Yes, actually.
Oh.
Why, did you find anything from the slums?
Well, I may or may not have broken into his house.
Oh.
He obviously wasn't there. There's mentions of a person called Koth.
Cool.
I don't know if any of you know anything about that, but also on top of that, one of the beggars said something about him, like Koth prays, Koth protect, something like that, and then acted like he didn't even say it, which may have happened, may not have happened. I don't know.
Koth.
He collected weird objects too. He collected seashells and like slimy rocks, and then put the slimy rock in the pouch onto the table.
And all of you are just hit by this horrible, gut-wrenching smell.
Smell?
Yeah.
It smells bad. Like, and Krassin, it smells as bad as the water you drank yesterday that made you vomit.
No!
It smells like how that tastes. But yeah. So, how do you guys react to this smell?
That's disgusting. Desi like pinches their nose.
I scoop it pretty quickly back into the pouch. Yeah, it's pretty bad, isn't it?
Zoya would have stuck her nose into the cup of coffee, would have gotten again.
You had a full like bookshelf full. Pretty strange, if you're asking me.
Krassin, what did you find out anything? No. Alright. Well, thought it was here. Anyway, anything else from the governor, as it were? Did she happen to say anything else?
Did she?
She did offer a reward for her daughter's safe return.
She put up at least 50 gold for the return of her daughter.
Shinley scoffs again.
And I kicked out the idea of being paid more depending on what we cover through all this, so... I reminded her how deep this could go.
Alright then.
I look over to Shizu and Thessalon. It's like, you two didn't get any trouble, did you?
Nope, not at all.
I'm not sure how much I believe that, but if you're saying that...
Isn't that right? Isn't that right, Desalo?
What? What happened?
Eskel asked if you guys got any trouble in South. She said, no, we didn't get any trouble at all. Isn't that right, Desalo?
No, nah, we're fine.
Okay, I believe that more.
Alright. And then he looks over at Krasen, and then he proceeds to ask him, "So, Krasen, what did you find out?"
The Lupin and Wolf Knuckles are missing. There was a big order of it in the Steel District. It keeps the guilds away, and that payment is being offered for informational proof that we know where they are going.
So everything. So they're snatching Wolfera. They snatched the governor's granddaughter.
They didn't snatch dwarfs, though.
They didn't snatch the dwarfs?
Nah.
Why Wolfera and Lupin then? What's so special about them?
Azuya.
Nathaniel was kind of perplexed by this as he's thinking.
One more thing I should probably mention. When we went down to the slums, the guy I talked to did not like Laura. Absolutely hated him. Refused to even get near his house.
Did not like who? Laura?
Yes. I felt like that should be mentioned.
That is actually very helpful.
Yeah, could explain what might have happened to him in that case. Maybe someone jumped him. But then what happened to the? All this doesn't add up. We're missing something here. What does this slime have to do with any of it? And why was Laura collecting it?
Oh, maybe you should ask some of the people that are around here. Maybe I don't know, the barkeeper. He seemed to be unaffected by the water. So.
Yeah, that reminds me. While I was walking around town, funnily enough, everyone's been able to drink the water. Like, I noticed the same thing happening to a few other people. Like, a few people not being able to drink the water.
I can't drink it.
It might be a local thing, you know?
But everyone here's a local except us, so why is it affecting them?
I'm just gonna go check something out real quick. I'll go down to the barkeep. Go over to the barkeeper.
Lupin and Wolfera local here?
Barkeep.
No.
No, they're not local here.
Dwarves local here?
Dwarves are from out west, but... Maybe? Also, the bartender perks up. Yeah? What's up?
I'm gonna say a word to you.
Yeah?
If it has any meaning to you, please let me know. It's fairly important. Caw.
I have no idea what that means.
Are you absolutely sure?
I am positively sure about that.
I want to check that. I don't absolutely believe.
19.
What are we rolling?
Insight on the bartender, if you want.
That was that's a big roll. That's a big boy roll. That's a 25.
What's Desi got for insight for me?
Now +1, we'll see.
Oh boy.
Haha, a 2. Great. Thanks.
Desi, you kind of like you can't really tell whether he's lying or not. But then for Decilo and Eskel, you guys kind of like look at each other. Then you look at Zoya, and then you kind of like nudge Zoya, and all three of you kind of realize at once that, oh, this guy's definitely lying.
Who's lying?
The bartender.
The bartender, when they said they didn't know
who else is in here.
Actually, the tavern's pretty packed right now.
So it can't exactly.
Like, hey, barkeep.
Yeah.
Not to sound necessarily offensive or anything, but to be completely blunt,
you're full of
Many
horse
people
shit.
may die if you don't answer this question the correct way. Are you absolutely certain that cough doesn't mean anything to you?
Yeah, fidget. Yeah, I'm definitely sure about that.
Are you absolutely positively sure?
Yep, I am
Do you have
absolutely.
a family, barkeep?
Real
Oh,
quick.
fuck, no.
Real quick.
Oh,
Yeah.
Do
what?
you want to see them 6 months from now, 2 years from now, 10 years from now?
The fuck?
The barkeep just has this smile on his face that kind of twitches for a moment.
Who's stopping you from saying anything?
Sawyer gets up and walks behind Eskel. Oh no.
I'll say that. I'll say in a voice loud enough for the barkeep and Eskel to hear. Boss, am I hearing a new murder I can commit? Or we can commit?
Not yet. Hopefully, our friend here makes the right choice.
Oh my
barkeep.
fucking god. Full
I doubled down on
intimidation.
it. I doubled down on it. I'm gonna like.
Oh my god.
I have burning hands, right? I just like take a finger and like singe the counter, like as
Oh
I
my
drag a
fucking
nail
god,
across
roll
it.
intimidation! Jesus
What
Christ,
the
man!
hell happening?
That is a
Things.
24. That is a
Things
natural
are
20
Oh
plus
my
4,
God.
so 24.
Oh, do I have to roll it too? Here, hold on, give me a
Oh
sec.
my fucking god! Jesus fucking Christ, what is wrong with all of you?
I totally
I actually
like,
meant this in a way that
They know about
people
the
may
joke.
die and it
Guys,
wasn't connected to me. But I just kind of
guys.
switched over.
Guys, I completely forgot because I like never intimidate people. I have a +9,
What the fuck?
and that was a critical hit.
Oh my god!
So I made him pee his pants, right?
So,
I got a natural 20 as well.
Jesus.
oh my god!
sh-
Oh my god! I'm actually fucking done right now. Jesus Christ, what is wrong with all of you?
We're going.
Zoya did it. I didn't.
Hey! I was just trying to help
So your
Eskel
party's
just drive the
intimidating
point
a
home.
bartender.
I was
Your party's
just.
intimidating a bartender right now. Intimidating a bartender right now. And then he's like,
And I got 29.
oh my god. And Nathaniel's kind of like looking, he's like, guys,
So why are they?
Oh, are we causing too much attention? I'm just gonna.
before you, then you guys take a look around for a moment, and that's when you realize that several of the people are standing up and staring at you right now, and they looked armed to the teeth right now.
Now I turn around and say, "It's a hypothetical, people."
So who's standing at the bar right now? I'm just curious.
Well,
Eskel.
I clearly was because I
So it
wanted
is.
to double down and like fucking.
Well, I mean, I think it's fair if I wasn't there.
Yeah,
Because I don't know what's going on.
you're over where Chalk is.
We can't be waiting on this. I'm trying to.
Where's Desi? Where were you at during this entire circumstance?
I'm about to stop them if they go too far because technically I am lawful good, and I'm
Technically, I'm neutral
are you
good, but
halfway
I'm
through the
just getting
bar?
angry because I want deed.
Are you halfway to the bar?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, so Jesus, come on.
I said like, okay, I know. I've
So
gone too
so
far.
basically the bartender kind of twitches again. He's like, fuck you, and then he proceeds. Then you see him pull out this sword from under the desk. This sword out from under the desk. And he's gonna take a swing at Eskel
Oh my god!
with advantage.
Beat my AC, motherfucker!
How does a natural 20 sound?
I have a 23. What's this to hit?
Dude, a nat 20 in combat means it's an automatic hit.
Oh, I forgot about that rule. Yes.
Talk shit, get hit.
Talk shit, get hit.
Hold up. Okay, let's roll damage for him.
I'm very scared.
And then, okay, so that's... Give me a second here. You take 17 points of damage. As this guy pulls out a great sword and takes a swing straight at
What
you.
the fuck?
Takes out a great sword from under the table and takes a swing right at you. And that's when 4 other guys stand up at well, and I need everybody to roll initiative.
Oh jeez.
Oh god, a fight. Oh man.
Oh boy.
Please.
Oh,
I
y'all
have
want
a
to
bar
gang
fight
up
step.
on the bartender. What is wrong
I
with
was
y'all?
trying to say that people may die.
I am an authority figure here. What the fuck?
18.
All y'all about to be
Guys.
punished.
Guys,
Maybe we should not. Maybe we should talk him down.
I'm definitely trying
Yeah.
to.
yeah, we need to
I'm
talk
about
down.
to, because y'all motherfuckers fucked up.
Yeah, I
We might
fucked
not
up.
back down, but we should try.
Everyone write down your initiatives for me, by the way.
I'll just show you my initiatives.
What'd you roll?
We'll see in a moment.
I don't know whether that's going to be high or low, and I don't know which scares me more.
Keep in mind, I have advantage.
So
wait,
one in the
wait,
3-point
hold on.
initiative.
Oh no.
Don't forget to add. God, what do they add to their initiative?
I think it's a D6.
No, hold on.
Yo, Barry, you want a trade? I got 12.
But 12's not going to matter much, probably. Hold up, gotta roll their initiatives now.
Do I get to add anything additional to this by chance?
I think it's a D6 currently.
It adds my D8. It adds a D8.
Oh, okay, it's D8.
Okay, good.
So everyone add a D8 to your initiative, please. Jesus Christ.
Except me.
A D8.
Yeah,
No, wait, no, including me.
yeah. 12. Not 20. 15.
Oh, it's a 12. That's great. Thanks.
Just a quick question. Let me just show you how.
Oh my God! Please tell me for the love of God.
Okay.
Oh my God! That's so
What the fuck?
Your dice hate me.
So.
So okay, so 29 for Eskel. Did anyone get below a 20? I mean, who? Okay, 20 to 15.
I got an 18.
All right. All right. Oh my God. And then 14 for Krasen, I think, right? All right, 16. And then for 2. Zoya, what did you get?
A 12 total.
12.
Oh my God.
Is that a tarantula? Wait, I'm sorry. That was loud.
Yes, that is a tarantula. It will send you back to your house.
I fainted! This motherfucker!
Oh my God.
We fucked up, dude.
Oh, jeez.
2, 3, 4,
Did you
5.
finish?
How the hell did they
Oh, no, you
the
didn't.
fucking bartender get a 30 initiative?
You rolled a nat 20.
I only rolled a 16, and I had a 21 already.
And this is surprise round, so all of them are going to charge. So all of them get to go first. So bartender's going to go first again. He's going to take three swings at Eskel. So Eskel, that's a 10.
That misses.
Unnatural 20.
That misses.
And a 21.
That misses.
All right.
I have an AC of 23 to remind you.
All right. With that, then one of the guys is going to charge up and he's going to go for Zoya. Actually, that's an 8. That's a 23. That's a 7. So 23.
No, I did not. 23 to hit?
Yeah, 23 to hit.
Alright, yeah, that hits.
Okay. You take.
Yeah, it's a good thing I'm at full health currently.
You take 6 slashing and then 11 psychic damage. So 4 slashing and 8 psychic. Oh no, 11 psychic.
Okay, real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Where in the world did the psychic come from?
You'll find out.
Oh, jeez.
Oh god, they have a.
And then another one's gonna go. It's gonna go for It's gonna go for Decilo. So Decilo, 24, 21, 10.
So 2 hits.
Okay, you take 19 slashing and 13 psychic.
Okay. 90.
So 32 points of damage total.
Okay, so 58.
One's gonna go for Desi. Desi, not 20, so 25.
Yeah, I've been way out of character tonight.
You're good. 17, 17, then a 13. So only the nat 20 hits. For you, Cookie.
How much?
A nat 20 hits you. So 4, 8, 11, 11, 16. So you take 11 points slashing, 32 psychic.
11. I'm sorry. What?
43 damage
11?
total. 43 damage total.
Okay, I hate all of y'all right now. I'm sorry, but who the fuck told y'all to go into combat? Nobody. No one said this, and now all of y'all are in combat. Forget y'all.
30.
I'm sorry. I didn't want combat either.
And the last one's gonna chuck a dagger at, and the last one's gonna chuck 3 daggers at Krasen.
What did I do?
So Krasen, 17, 10, and a 17. So
Desi, I wouldn't blame
two
you
17s.
if y'all attacked me.
None of them hit.
Or us.
What?
Okay,
Because, like,
so
we kind of, like, brought you into this mess.
So first round, bartender's gonna go first and take a swing at Skull.
Go ahead.
That was a surprise round. Oh, jeez.
Not 1, 24, and an 8.
Okay.
Does a 24 hit?
Yes, 24 does hit.
All right, you take 9 slashing and 13 points psychic, so 22 damage total.
Thank you.
It's now Eskel's turn.
I'm going to yell out to everybody, look, I misspoke. And I hear if any of them respond. Like, if any of them, like, yell, fuck me, fuck you at me.
No one says anything to you. They're all just silent.
I think the psychic thing might have had a bigger effect than we thought.
I'm going to use my bonus action to give... Who's closest to me right now?
If you look on roll 20, there's Zoya to your left and Decilo to your right. I mean, Zoya behind you. And Zoya to your Zoya behind you and Decilo to your right.
I didn't know we were on roll 20 either.
Yeah, it's fine.
Here was I.
Oh, we're on roll 20.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hold on. I definitely want to use Commanding Presence.
Alright.
I'm not quite sure how yet. More on who. I cannot get the roll 20 page up. What the hell?
Oh, no.
Well, let me just... For reference...
There we go.
Okay, I was about to say.
Yeah, it was like saying my password was wrong, even though I just updated that yesterday.
Weird.
It'd be like that.
If no one's gonna like cool down, then I'm gonna like.
I yell out. Whoever's controlling these people, stop. I want to talk to you. I'm not going to hurt anybody in this room.
You feel a tug at your head for a moment, but your ring of mind shielding blocks it.
Oh, it's this fucker.
Oomst.
Shadow, fuck off. Seriously?
Oh my fucking god. Oh my god.
You feel a tug again. Once again, your ring of mind shielding blocks it.
I'm sorry, what?
Someone's trying to
take off the ring.
Someone's trying to telepathically talk to you.
I'm gonna remove the ring of mind shielding. It's like, oh, want to say to me.
And then you hear in a slithering, slimy voice, "Who is Shadow?"
Okay, never mind.
And I need you to roll me an int save.
Int save?
Yes.
Did I just hear the words int save?
Yes.
Let's go.
Boy, I'll have you know I only have a +1 on these.
Oh god. Ow.
That's a 13.
Unfortunately, that's a failure.
What do I do?
Give me a second.
Don't charm me, please, for the love of God.
8, 11, 19. You take 21 points of psychic damage, and your intelligence is reduced by... You take 5 points of damage to your intelligence score.
Oh, then can I attempt to put the ring back on?
Keep in mind, you can put the ring back on, but it doesn't help since you already let him talk to you.
Yes, I know. And I just look around, kind of blank-eyed, like, oh no. Legitimately just says, oh no.
And you spent your action to put the ring back on since you had a free action to take it off.
Remove it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how magic items work.
So next up is Death. So.
No, I still have my bonus action.
Alright.
I will. Okay. I will give Zoya commanding presence.
An extra D8?
And extra D8 to add to anything. And just say, knock them out, don't kill them.
Are you talking to me?
Zoya.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Decilo, it's your turn. You feel a tugging at your mind, but your ring of mind shielding blocks it.
I have a ring of mind shielding?
Yes. Remember,
everybody has a ring of mind shielding.
Oh.
Skull bought one for everybody.
It reminds you of when the ooze took control of your mind last time.
Oh god. Can I maybe roll like Arcana, or no? How can I like try and tell where the source of the tug is coming from? Would that be Arcana?
You can't really detect where it's coming from right now, since it doesn't say, at the very least you know that it's not in this room.
It's not in this room, so it could be like in a different fucking building or something.
Yeah.
I just want to knock these dudes unconscious or something. So, what can I do? I don't know. Here, let me see. Sorry, I'm gonna... Maybe... Okay, I have dagger. I'm gonna just hit him with the pommel, not the blade.
All right, roll to hit.
Okay. Six. 15.
15. A 15 does hit.
Okay.
Roll damage. 1d4 plus your dex mod.
Yeah, 1d4 plus 2.
I fucked up. Holy shit.
Correction. We all screwed up.
4 damage.
The only one that didn't fuck up here was Krasen and Desi.
And Nathaniel.
Oh yeah, Nathaniel
Yeah,
was just...
this is a weird stance for me to have. Well, actually, no, it's not. I fucked up last session. But
That's a choke.
yeah.
Yes.
The sad thing is, I think we.
You said
like.
two-
30
I
seconds.
feel like it would have happened if
How many
we were
points of
in
damage?
The,
You said 4?
4.
Okay.
Yeah.
He takes the hit and he's like, and there's like no response whatsoever.
Not even a grunt. Fuck,
Nope.
that's scary.
And one of them is, and now it's Citizen One's turn. He's gonna, as they're gonna take a swing at Zoya,
Oh, they're taking pot shots at me now. Come on.
and they have
bring it.
advantage because they have you flanked.
Of course. Oh, right. Using flanking rules now? Okay.
We've been
I completely
using them,
forgot
bro.
those. Sorry, I completely forgot.
You've
15,
been new.
24,
24 hits.
18.
18 is on the nose.
All right, you take. I'm just gonna do this. Okay, I need an extra D4. There you are. So you
this is what I gave you, by the way.
You take 6 slashing.
Oh, you gave me that?
Yes, I did.
Parry.
Okay.
So you take 3. So you take 6 slashing
Okay.
and 15 psychic.
Oh, buddy. Give a creature.
Next up is Krasen's turn. We're on roll 20 right now, Krasen. You're sitting at a desk and just had 3 daggers thrown at you. Apparently, the guy is pissed off the bartender and he and his friends are attacking you. From what you can tell.
I yell out, it's not Shadow. Knock them out. With my 6 words.
Knock them out. What? Oh my god, okay.
I have a weird plan for the next move.
Oh, man, we're gonna.
Yes.
Empire faggots.
Wait, what?
Nothing.
Excuse me?
I didn't mean to say that.
Wait, what'd he say?
Nothing.
He's
Something-
not doing anything?
No, he said something that I'm not going to repeat.
Grayson.
What did the little kobold say?
No, it was Carr that said it.
Oh, Car, what'd you say? Come on.
DM me.
We all love each other.
We all love each other.
We all love each other.
I think I kind of heard what he said, but I'm not gonna.
Where is the spell? Is it
30 feet. 30 feet away? There's one person within 60 feet of you, and he's the one that threw the daggers at you. This is. You can't hit them. Can't hit them. Alright. You're gonna hit Desi too, keep that in mind.
You gonna hit me?
Does it only hit enemies or ally? Does it hit any creature or does it only hit enemies?
Any non-ally.
Alright. Alright, go ahead.
Can I get circle?
Alright, give me a second. What point?
God, now I'm just putting squares.
Give me a second.
I'm on 9, right?
Yes.
Maximum.
So like this big? Alright. So this giant storm cloud appears above you, Desi, and suddenly starts raining down on you and the 2 citizens near you.
Okay.
Raining down what?
It's a nice rain to you.
It's purple rain because it's psychic damage.
It's purple fucking rain.
Purple rain.
Purple rain.
How much
I forget
damage?
how that song goes.
Wow, that's good. 6 plus 5 plus 1. 12.
Alright, they each take 12.
Oh wait, 12 plus... No, it's not a partner attack. So 12 damage.
Alright. They look slightly phased by it, but not much. Alright, anything else? Anything else?
Okay.
Alright. Citizen 2 is going to take a swing at Zoya. Is going to take a swing at Decilo, actually.
Okay.
15. 5. 15.
Those both hit on the nose.
Alright, you take 5, 8, 6, 9. You take 17 slashing. And 5, 7, 8.
Come on, fishy.
15, 18, 22 psychic damage.
So wait, 15 the first time.
15 plus
And-
22.
I have 21 health left. I'm not doing well.
Next up is Desi, actually. You have one of the citizens is attacking you right now.
Oh, are they?
Yeah. They hit you pretty hard with some slashing and psychic damage from what you can feel.
Nerd. Oh my god.
Okay. Hold on, I'm not on roll 20 though.
I posted a picture of what it currently looks like in Discord as well.
I want to say fuck all y'all fuckers. We in this situation because of y'all.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry I rolled a nat 20 on intimidation. But you know
I did
what?
too.
I'm proud
think
of
we-
myself.
I think we kicked over a rock that we would have kicked over anyway.
Yeah.
Like,
What you got for me, Desi?
Where am I? Okay, so that one's attacking me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'll just beat the shit out of it. I use my, bastard sword twice.
Ooh, roll to hit.
Okay, 24 for one, and... Oh, 24 or 14.
Both hit.
Okay. I don't. I'm not gonna do anything special. So what? Oh shit. Okay.
Excuse me.
That is 27.
All right, so that's 27 damage total.
Wait. So I get 1d10 extra on a crit in melee. It was that a crit when I roll or
Crit when you crit for attack roll.
Okay, so I got a crit on my attack roll.
Wait, did you?
I
You rolled a nat 20?
Yeah, I did. Oh no.
Not for damage, you're to hit them.
Okay, never mind. I'm good then.
All right. 28 minus. Sorry, thank you. All right. Ooh, took a pretty bad swing there. And then you feel this tug at your head, Desi. As if something's trying to communicate with you.
Take off your rings.
Well, you don't have to take off your wing to make it telepathically talk, to let it telepathically talk to you. You can just let it. But yeah.
So is this guy talking in our heads good, or...
You don't know. You don't know.
Well, I don't think so. I don't think a slithery voice is good.
Only Eskel heard that. Anything else you'd like to do?
It would technically be an action if I try to, like, persuade the barkeep, right?
Free action.
It'd be a free action?
Mm-hmm.
Can I just be like, okay, put down your sword and talk to me, because all of these other idiots did not know what they were doing.
Roll persuasion.
I'm sorry, y'all, but Desi has to pull out big sibling.
Let's hope she's got good pull. Okay.
$19.
You feel a tug at your head again. You feel a mental tug at your head once again, Desi.
Okay.
As the guy that was targeting you seems a bit more receptive and starts to lessen his attacks on you specifically.
Oh, on me?
Yeah.
Alright, I guess that's fair.
And with that, it is now Citizen 3's turn. Citizen 3 is going to actually move away from Desi. It's going to bonus action dash towards Krasen and swing at him.
Literally, I'm not doing anything but making. I'm sitting in it.
You summoned a thing.
Some brain.
Also, you're friends with them. No, with people that threaten you. He's not able to get up right now as... I know. 10.
He's not able to get up right now.
It's not his turn.
He's not able to get up.
It's not his turn. 21. It's a melee attack.
21.
Yeah. That's the only one that hit. That's the only one that hits you out of his 3 attacks. So be happy about that. So you take 12 slashing and 14 psychic. So 26 damage total. Anyway, next up is Zoya. It's finally your turn.
Okay, let me update my health bar real fast before we get into the swing of things.
26 damage total.
Alright. Something tells I can clearly tell these individuals. Correct. These guys are probably not of their sound mind. correct?
You feel a tug at your mind.
Ah, man, you are. You got my curiosity piqued, but meta knowledge is kind of saying I shouldn't do that. Alright. Zoya will rage.
Mm-hmm.
She'll pull her great axe. But instead of having the cutting edge towards her enemies, she's wielding it with the flat face.
Roll to hit.
She's not trying to actively kill them. She's trying to knock them out. Alright. How does a 25 sound?
That hits. Citizen 1 or Citizen 2?
Whichever one's above me.
Alright.
Yeah. Okay. Do 11. 11
points of damage?
No, I'm 22 points of damage total.
Alright. Roll to hit again.
Okay. Yeah, fair point. How does a 23 to hit sound?
Hits, roll damage.
Okay, this has just got interesting.
What?
Rolled maximum on my on the great axe. Okay, so that's 19. 19, 21, 25, 32?
32 points of damage?
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy's looking pretty... Yeah, this guy got hit pretty bad.
And in the rage, Zoya will growl out, "Please stand down."
Roll persuasion. Or intimidation. Either one works.
Probably intimidation. Because raging wolf woman.
Yeah, raging wolf.
14.
You feel it tugging at your mind, but neither one looks like they're going to stand down.
Alright.
That it is Citizens 4's turn, and they are going to actually go bonus action dash and go for Nathaniel.
Okay, what the fuck? What the fuck? No,
But then you see him reach out with a glowing purple hand and grab Nathaniel by the face, and then you just see him go catatonic.
Wait, what? What happened?
Nathaniel just goes, like you see Nathaniel's eyes go white and gone. Like he's like you see his eyes go blank, and then this purple energy starts to consume him entirely, and then you see you see his body turn to purplish dust before gone. And this isn't like he gets disintegrated. This is like he got teleported away.
Oh god.
He got teleported away.
Not again?
Yeah, he got teleported away by something.
Oh, sorry, that was a reference for another campaign that I'm in.
And Sao Su is gonna go and is gonna try and hit this one that attacked Nathaniel. With a nat 1, she fails.
No, stop.
And back up at the top of the line with a bartender.
I don't like
He's gonna climb up to the top of the bar, and he's gonna take a swing at you again, Eskel.
Okay.
So that's a 24.
Yes.
13.
Okay.
10.
Okay.
Also, roll me another int save.
Yep.
9.
That's 9.
Oh my god.
I have a -2 now, dude.
Okay.
I have 7 int. I have 7 int.
7, 13.
You dropped me 5 points. I went from 12
You went from 12 to 7. Okay, and so you take this from the attack, and then from that failure you take 14, 17, 29 additional 29 psychic.
Oh my god, any more?
And you're
if you drop me another 14.
and you lose 6 from your intelligence score.
What the fuck? I might die.
I might die.
Jesus Christ.
You made a mistake messing with my things.
No shit.
Did you hear that messing with my things?
That's
It's Eskel's turn now.
Okay, hold
You have
on.
1 int,
I
I'm
have to
pretty sure
roll
at
to
this
see-
point, don't you?
Yeah, no. Hold on. I'm actually at 1 int. I will die if you drop me this.
Oh, that's not how this works. You don't know how this creature works.
That's normally how it works. Each class gets dropped to 0.
Actually,
Okay, I
no,
can
that's
still
when
speak.
that's for a shadow if a strength drops to 0.
Oh, sorry. I kind of just like I'm just repeatedly saying I'm sorry at this point, and crouching down on the ground.
So he's just cowering as an action.
Yes.
Roll me one more int saving throw.
No! I am a -5, dude! No!
What you
-2!
You are comatose now. You go
Okay.
unconscious and collapse.
Okay.
Like that's all that
Do I
happens.
drop to 0?
You are no, for all intents and purposes, you are down and you cannot wake up.
Okay.
You just go into a
Shit, man.
deep sleep of gumdrops and rainbows
Oh.
as you are now taken off the board.
Fuck, dude. I just went down in the combat.
And with that, it's now Desilo's turn.
Well, fuck me, I guess. I had an idea, but no, not so sure.
After you watch Eskel just basically plead for his life and then just collapse.
If I try... I had this weird idea. I was gonna, like, try and, like, shoot a magic missile at the ceiling and then, like, climb out and, like, try and, like, find out where the fucking source of the thing is. But I don't know if that'll work. I don't think that's a good idea. Does anyone think that's a good idea?
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to, like, basically blast a hole to get out, like, through the ceiling, and then, like, try and look, like, see if I can track the weird psychic energy from one of the other buildings. That's probably dumb. I don't think I should do that. I should probably just try and knock out all these dudes as quick as possible.
I mean, you could try it. I think it sounded like it makes sense.
I mean, okay, yeah, you know what? I will do that. I am going to fire a magic missile at the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
And That's just at the first level. That'll be enough to destroy the ceiling, right?
Yep. How you gonna climb up, though?
My new gloves of climbing.
Alright.
Ooh.
That I stole. Well,
All right.
no, I got them.
You have a climbing speed equal to your movement speed.
Okay, so is this ceiling 30 feet?
Yes.
Okay. I get to the top, and can I get a better sense
Well,
of
Arcana.
the... Okay. $15.
Roxy,
Uh-huh.
check your DMs.
Oh god.
I'm scared.
I am...
But
Holy shit.
What happened?
I'm gonna tell my friends. Oh god, after I roll in and save, I guess. Fuck. I have a plus to it!
you're about to not. You're about to not have a +2 to int.
10.
9. Okay, 9, 13, 15, 19, 21 psychic. And since you're a spellcaster, you lose.
I'm already down!
You lose. 5. What's your int right now?
My int is 14.
You are down to 6.
Oh my god. Does it come back ever?
No,
You'll find out.
Can we get it back? Oh god.
But you're down.
We're all gonna get dropped. We're all gonna get dropped.
As suddenly you get hit by this wave of psionic energy coming from what you noticed, and then get pushed back into the building and fall to the ground into the pool of water.
God damn it. Also, I'm down now because it was over 21. Yeah, I'm dead. Or I'm down. Oh god.
So that's 2 members of the party are down. Okay.
I was gonna tell y'all, like, like, something bad. It's bad. Could I possibly have snuck in when I? Could I possibly have snuck in when I knew before I got knocked out?
Right before you went down. What did you say?
The psychic energy is coming from the whole city. It's everywhere.
We're fucked, dude.
I am not okay.
And next up,
Desi, I'm so sorry.
everyone who's still awake feels a tug in their head. Do you choose to answer?
Nah.
Stop! Fuck! Fuck! No! Don't!
Everyone who's a conscious, which means Krasin, Desi, and Zoya, do you answer the call?
What did it say?
Fuck you.
There's a telepathic tug at your mind as if someone's trying to talk to you.
As of what?
There's a telepathic tug at each of your minds as if something's trying to talk to you telepathically.
I don't want to answer it. I'm making sure everybody else is alright.
So Desi chooses not to answer?
No.
Zoya, do you choose to answer or not?
Ring of Mind shielding. How does it work?
Okay, so the way the Ring of Mind shielding works, something can't telepathically talk to you unless you let it. It's asking you to talk to it by tugging at your mind. because the ring is blocking it out.
Okay.
Please don't cast Sigil as the thing through telepathy.
You talk to it,
Okay,
Zoya?
Zoya will ask this. She'll say, whatever is tugging, I am willing to talk. But whatever happened to my buddy Eskel, let's not do that.
Fudge.
That's what it tells you, Zoya.
1. That's what it asks through the message?
Yes, that's what it asks you.
Okay. And she'll ask out loud. Or she'll ask through her mind. And nothing will bad happen? Per se? Or do you legitimately want to talk? God, bloody.
Zoya?
Okay.
The internet's out. I'm using mobile data on my phone.
Damn.
So Krassen's gonna answer?
Hello?
Zoya will do this.
Hmm?
Hello?
Zoya will do this. She'll end her rage and put her weapon away.
Alright, Zoya, you are out of combat.
But she does not drop the ring.
I know. But do you at least heed what they ask?
She'll heed the surrender, begrudgingly.
Alright.
You trying to sell me something?
Krassen, will you take the deal? I sent you a DM.
I literally have done nothing!
Do you obey?
Can you give me like 6 seconds to think about it?
Yes or no?
6 seconds!
Yes or no? Oh my god. Sao Su has already dropped her weapons. One more round. You're down Zoya at the very least, because Zoya has dropped, has let go, has surrendered.
Guess I probably should listen to the voice. Oh, fuck.
Like, no matter what, we were gonna get attacked, even if we hadn't been fucking provoking them.
Nah, that was straight up just you guys rolling.
Fucking...
You're not gonna listen? Roll me an int save.
Chris!
With disadvantage.
What is this? Maybe fuck off.
No, but you're about to.
What the fuck?
What you got for me?
Cold, you just some fucking... You're a loaf wannabe.
You succeeded. You take 15 psychic damage and lose. Yep. You lose 5 of your intelligence. Half off. Huh? 15 psychic. Alright. What's it down to? Alright. With that, Citizen 1 is gonna stop attacking. Citizen 1 and 2 are going to both seek their weapons since Zoya stopped fighting. Krasen, it is your turn. You and Desi.
Wait. What did he say?
He said, "You two got this."
Cookie, we got this.
Nah, bro, I'm about to forfeit.
I would. Y'all outnumbered by a whole goddamn city. This shit fucked.
Okay.
Car, it's not okay.
It's not okay.
Oh, that's a bit for one more time!
Huh?
Alright, Can I get out of my fucking booth?
Yes, you can.
Okay. That still looks like an attack of opportunity.
If you move out of his
though.
attack range, yes.
The thing is, I want to bring that circle to me, because that way I can heal, but that costs an action.
Just bring it to you then.
I'll bring it to me.
Alright, you bring the circle
Come
to
to
you.
me!
So Desi, that rain moves over to Krasen now.
The ring is over at Krasen?
Yeah, it rains on top of him now.
Okay, isn't that bad?
Nope, it seems to heal him.
Mm.
Yes. They take 10 purple rain damage, and I take... Right? Okay. I heal for... 7.
Alright.
Oh, hell yeah, brother! Now it's time to give up.
Oh my god, are you actually
69
Are you
health.
actually giving up?
No. Keep going.
Okay.
Fuck it. I haven't done anything all game. I gotta do something.
You investigated. Anyway, alright, Desi, it is your turn. Everyone else has surrendered except for Citizen 3 and Citizen 4, who are trying to get Krasen to either surrender or go down.
Come on, Desi, you have to help me.
Can I wanna... I'll be like... I don't persuade... What is Krasen doing? Is he... He didn't attack or anything, right?
He brought the purple. He summoned purple rain, and then he brought it to him, and it's been doing damage to these guys while healing him.
Oh fuck! Bonus action to get it under. Take it out.
Okay, I want to persuade them that we'll surrender if you all put down your weapons, and he'll get rid of that rain.
Roll persuasion.
It's true, I will.
Yes, Krasen does not lie. Says Desi, who lied.
Did you lie?
No, I didn't lie.
Lying. Question never lies. Except when he's stealing shiny.
Krasen, hush. Fuck, it's an 8.
Bruh.
Fucking bot.
Bruh.
Can I just roll one more time?
Roll one more time. This thing does like you since you did talk to it somewhat.
Oh, fuck it!
What'd you roll?
An 8.
Oh my god.
Bruh.
What? My intentions are good, I swear.
They both pause and look between the
I
two
want
of
to
you.
stop.
And you feel that tug at both of your minds again. Krasn, you hear surrender.
What will you give me in return?
Your life.
That's not cool. I get like lunch.
You just hear and nothing else.
Please? I'm hungry. I don't want to sit.
Krasn is seriously about to get himself killed right now, I swear to God. I swear to God, if this is how Krasn dies, I will laugh my ass off.
Guys,
I can't lie.
Arm,
Oh my God.
please.
Krasn, do you surrender?
Krasn, surrender.
Do you drop your weapons?
What weapon?
I never took any weapons out.
I was literally sitting in a chair and got my ass beat. So I was like, okay.
Got my ass.
You drop the rain.
All I want is some lunch. I didn't even get my food.
Did you drop the rain?
Did you break the concentration when you attacked me
You have to roll
anyway?
a save, a con save for that. Do you just want to drop it? Alright, gone. Both Citizen 3 and Citizen 4, put the weapons down.
Oh my God.
This whole session for me has literally been I was sitting in a booth trying to get some goddamn fucking lunch. Then I get my ass. I don't
A purple aura surrounds all of you for a moment. Oh, hold up. Hey, hold up. You gotta listen to this. A purple aura surrounds all of you. And you are all shunted away. As everything goes black for a moment. And all of you wake up. All of you wake up injured but alive. In a cave. In a cave.
Am I still at one end?
All of your ints come back. Your ints back, and all of you are back up. For everyone who is down, you have 1 HP. Well, for Decilo, you have 1 HP. Everyone else, your ints back to normal. Everyone, anyway.
Okay. My int was 4 before.
And since you all opened your minds to it, you hear... You shouldn't have prodded the wrong nest.
Escal vomits.
Nope.
As
No?
It's not that. Anyway. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Zoya will say aloud. I think we figured that out now.
And then this thing comes out of the water. This giant, fishy thing comes out of the water and says, "We need to discuss things." End session.
Ew.
just wanted some fucking
Bitch,
lunch.
what the fuck?